Hey everyone, thank you for being patient. We're still getting stuff set up, technical difficulties and all that noise, unfortunately. But we will get with you as soon as we can get it resolved. Yeah, but thank you for sticking with us. Hello everyone! How are you doing today? We didn't do our normal intro, but that's technical difficulties out the wazoo, so all good. All good now. We are joined with a guest today. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Kanan, screen name Stilthywitit. Brand new streamer here. I got Kat helping me out a little bit. Play a lot of shooter games, really competitive based games, focused on that. Also really love engagement from the community if I could build one, right?
Well, that's what we're trying to...
That's what we're trying to accomplish.
Yep.
Look forward to being in here with Kat, and hopefully Dell might swing by. Well, Dell's in here already, so...
Yep. So, today we're gonna just kind of go over the nitty-gritty details of streaming, what it takes to push it to a professional level. I've done countless numbers of these consultations and interviews at this point over my Twitch career, and one of the biggest things with starting one of these consultations is trying to get into the mindset of what you want out of streaming. So usually there's three different categories, which is the enthusiast, the hobbyist, and the business-minded. Based on our conversation yesterday, I'm assuming business-minded?
Probably a little bit, yeah.
Okay. So with it being, as I can, yes, people can read my screen. I also send you these notes after we're done.
Awesome.
So minded, and then slightly hobbyist, but like I'd probably say 75% business, 25 hobby.
Yeah, I get 70-30.
Okay.
Something like that, yeah. Maybe even 60-40.
60-40. Okay.
Because it is a ginormous hobby of mine, so.
Nice. Yeah, gotta do what you like. And if you don't like what you're doing, then change what you're doing.
Exactly. Why are you doing it?
Yeah. So business mode 60-40. With that, have you done research? Have you watched videos? I assume it's got something going on that got you started with learning OBS. Let's hear what you have knowledge-wise, and then we can jump into
YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube helped me out. I put the channel up, right? I had logos and everything made from Fiverr like 2 years ago. So I got to get updated on that, but I used pretty much all YouTube.
Okay.
And then also tinkering and playing around with it myself as well. You can learn a lot by yourself if you go through. Some stuff definitely is confusing, and a little pat on the back and some help does help a lot. So.
Gotcha. Okay, so mainly just from YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm guessing like how to start streaming. Like
yeah. I looked up OBS best settings.
Yeah.
You know.
So like what we're doing right now, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. So with learning from YouTube, do you have also then people, role models in the streaming universe that like you kind of thought, hey, this might be a good tribute? Like you've kind of like, I don't want to say tailored yourself, but like if you look up to the person, like kind of give me like a taste of what made you who you are as a streamer.
I'd say my biggest influence ever was Shroud. I felt like I could relate to him a little bit.
Okay.
Because very, very competitive, right? But also a little bit more on the chill side, but also like trying to be the best at the game you're playing.
Okay.
There's some funny ones too. Like Summit 1G was a good one I always looked up to for a little bit.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Summit.
A lot of Summit, yeah. I mean XQC, but he's kind of more a little bit on the wild side.
Okay.
Like a little bit different than what I would be trying to do, but he's a great streamer, great entertainer as well.
So you, from just seeing Shroud and Summit, you're more of that chill, like audio instead of being like throw back the chair hype running around the room. Okay.
Jump through a window, yeah. More.
That's more XQC.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so chill mostly. You said skill gameplay.
Yeah. Competitive. But still definitely want to have those funny plays here and there, right?
Yeah.
Get some giggles, get some laughs.
Okay. So humor with it too, but more Shroud is very good at subtle humor.
Yeah.
So sometimes people are like, chat's laughing, and then people are like, what? Why was that funny? And it got to be part of the community usually.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, right now you're playing Ark?
Yeah, Ark Raiders.
Raiders. Is that what you've only streamed? You said at one point you streamed before. What were you streaming back then too?
Counter-Strike. Basically, normally the most, I wouldn't say most popular. Yeah, most popular FPS game. Okay. Or a game I'm just really enjoying too, right? Like you could pop over and I might be playing Minecraft because these games weren't going too good, you know. But gotcha. For the most part, it is whatever everybody's being really competitive at, and a game I enjoy too, right? It could be anything, just
okay.
Because I do enjoy a lot of games. It could be an MMO. You know, could be something a little bit more chill, but most of the time it's going to be these FPSs. It's going to be these competitive games. You know.
My spelling is going to be terrible. Okay, so variety-ish. but mostly first-person shooter.
Right.
Okay. So currently, and we can bring up our creators for this. Actually, let me bring up your stats page really quick so we can look at which stats.
There you go, Eddie, for the mono audio coming in. It should be both ears now.
Nice.
Gotcha. Am I coming through the right now, Eddie? There you go. All right, awesome.
Okay.
One thing I really do love too is engagement with chatters.
Yeah.
Because I've never really had people watching me, so you know when I get people in, I'm super excited.
Okay. So we're gonna bring up. We're here, hours watched, and we're looking for gameplay. Okay, so our creators, viewers, duration. Yeah, this is solid for having just come back. Okay, so our creators itself. Are you sticking with it right now? Are you hoping?
It came out on the 30th of October, so it's been out a week today. I'm probably gonna stick with it for a little bit.
Okay. What is a little bit?
I'd say that's probably gonna be maybe 90% of my streams for the next maybe 3 weeks.
Okay.
It is ginormous right now. It is very addicting, and it is a game I enjoy too.
Okay.
A lot. I'm addicted to it.
So, you've set yourself up for a long road.
Yeah. With this game, yes.
I've scrolled for a while, and we're still in the 400 range.
Yeah.
I, starting out, would never recommend a game this saturated for someone streaming. However, if you're not doing what you enjoy, why do it? Right. So it's a little harder to kind of get people in, especially if you're scrolling all the way down. We're looking for like the 20s range. There's something in gaming or in Twitch's game categories that we call the whirlpool. And the whirlpool is usually what the chunk of like average people and streamers, their viewership is at.
Yeah.
For our creators, it's high. It's the whirlpool starts in like the 300s to 500s. And these are usually the outliers. So under 100, stuff like that. This is going to be extremely hard to break into. Extremely hard. The way to combat that is going on YouTube. It sucks to say, but going on YouTube. What you'll end up doing is, say we got Lyric here. Oh, even Ninja. Like, so you have these heavy hitters that are currently playing this game.
Yeah.
What you want to look for on YouTube is what content our creators is putting out. So we have here, can't stop playing. We want to see like who is posting what. And so doing shorts every single day really helps with like, hey, I'm doing a gameplay, highlight, it doesn't even have to be like super well edited. I threw that together in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So learning, I can give you programs, I can give you tips and tricks, but like putting out shorts and getting into the YouTube atmosphere is going to drive more people to come to your Twitch. This is with like heavily saturated games. And so a lot of times people will stream these heavily saturated games, but won't put stuff on YouTube. And so you have a way to kind of crack through the audience at that point and make yourself more known in the atmosphere.
Right.
So, YouTube, you can do videos like long form if you want to put up like highlights from streams, or you can even do like shorts. But that's going to help you kind of stand out a little bit more. And YouTube tends to be the place that most people go to if a new game and they're really into it, because they're like, what's the tips and tricks? How do I do this? Like, so if you're looking at this as more than just streaming and you want to get that community going, you want to, you know, sink your teeth into it, unfortunately, Twitch isn't the place to do it. You got to branch out. So with Arc Ragers specifically, going through these videos, it's kind of impressive. Like, so we have a couple like Shroud videos, which are hitting really good numbers, but it's also Shroud. And so we want to see what people are looking for. And so like soundtracks, people are just doing compilations. Is it worth it? So you can break into this, like the threshold to get into these video genre of things, it's going to be easy. It's not going to be like, say, Fortnite, where you have a bunch of videos already because it's so old. Arc is a newer game. People still want information for it. So you can do buzzwords, you can do like tips and tricks, you can do like 10 things you didn't know, like stuff like
where
that.
to get the best loot, you know?
Yeah. So stuff like that you can do, and then it'll help you break through the Twitch monotony. Right. This also works with most every other game too, but you have to do the strategy the more saturated something is.
Gotcha.
So for me doing Bitcraft, there's not really a demand for it. Getting into that channel, I'm usually in the top spot with 20 viewers. Like, it's super easy to be in that category. And there's things we call kingmaker spots as well. So you have the whirlpool and then you have the kingmaker spots. The kingmaker spots is the first 2 rows. What you have to see is, what can I achieve to get to that kingmaker spot?
Right.
With Arc, I don't think it's gonna I don't think it's gonna happen overnight. Like,
no.
So based on who's here, getting into a kingmaker spot is hard. So when I was saying about Bitcraft, see all the times it failed to get your name. Goddamn API. Twitch API is terrible. So Bitcraft Online, when we look at that, max viewers is 25.
Right.
So getting into a game like this and getting the community started, much easier. Now, is it going to snowball? That's questionable, because this could die out at any second. Games that we're looking for mainly are going to be games that are, I want to say, like, are RV there yet? Where this is a huge jump. You have 20k, you have 7k, but then you also go down to like 200. So getting into one of like these games that has a smaller whirlpool, essentially, because your whirlpool on this is 100. Like, that's what the majority of people are at. So getting into something like that, a little bit easier. If you did, I think Path of Exile was actually still a good, So Path of Exile is still heavy, but this is now overly saturated because it ebbs and flows. So if you get in on a dead period, when most of the big content creators aren't streaming it, you get that snowball. And then when a big patch happens, then you can get more people to come into the category. So finding categories that are not overly saturated, but not Under. So overly is worse than under in this case. Actually, let me categories. Over and under. Okay, so this is where I said math is involved, is getting into those like sweet spots.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to get going with a first-person shooter unless, like, let's look at Counter-Strike, what their whirlpool is. Oh, okay, so that's higher. So yeah, first-person shooters I've known is a little bit more difficult to get into, just the barrier entry.
Most definitely.
But yeah, you can get, like, this isn't too bad. This drops pretty heavily. World of Warcraft is where, if you ever want to retire, go stream World of Warcraft. It's an ongoing joke. But yeah, so we'll stick with Arc Raiders for now. Doing outside content is what's gonna get your breakthrough. You'll have to, like, look at Kingmaker spots and then look at the whirlpool. The sweet spot with kind of breaking through a lot of times on Twitch is the 20 plus viewer range. If you hit 20 plus viewers, you tend to be in the, weirdly enough, like top 10%.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, being like, oh, 20 viewers, it's not a lot, but if you go down to the bottom of like Arc Raiders, you're gonna see probably hundreds of people that are sitting at 1 or 2 viewers.
Right. Me being included. The past week.
You were, I mean, here on your stats page, you're hitting average viewers of 5, max viewers 7, 5. So like, this is actually not bad for just starting, like literally just starting. Yeah. Because a lot of people do sit in 0 view or hell for months. And so family and friends be like, hey, can you come watch me? You don't have to do anything. You can just lurk, just to get that viewer number. Like my mom watches me stream.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So also, hi mom, I saw you in the chat earlier. So just having like people that are like, hey, I'm live right now, do you mind just throwing me up on the screen? But 20 plus viewers is like this sweeter spot. Why did my mind completely like blanked for a second there? I was gonna add another note. Oh, doesn't matter. My mind blanked it. So 20 plus viewers in most categories will get you started. And then again, whirlpools, if it's over 100, you're not gonna, you gotta start outside. Do you have a social media?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
What socials do you have?
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok.
So you
pretty
have
much
all.
any. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much all.
Do you have the same handle on everything?
No, I wanted to switch them over.
Okay.
Switch it over, right? With all the followers that were already on my personal, kind of switched over. But obviously, for some of them, I can't do that, right?
Okay.
'Cause they're like family oriented, right?
Yeah.
Posts from personal stuff like that. So
Okay.
maybe make new ones, but
how attached to your name are you?
my handle,
Mm-hmm.
pretty attached. I mean, I made up the word myself. Like one night, I just thought of a streaming name, so I'm pretty attached to it. Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna break down your name really quick with that, actually. Because we're talking about socials. We're on the socials topic. Okay. So how do you pronounce the name?
Stilthy. I'd normally go by Stilthy, but somehow it was taken, so I just put Stilthy with it, pretty much.
Got it.
Yeah.
If you walked up to someone and you shook hands with them and said, "I am Stilthy," how do you think they would spell it?
Probably the same way I spelled it.
Okay.
I would think.
Okay.
Right?
Because you're in a weird set with that name because with it, some people might say with it, add the H. People might mishear you and say stealthy instead of Stilthy.
Yeah.
My old name used to be Almirmiel. Imagine walking up to a sponsor and being like, "Hi, I'm Almirmiel," and they're like, "What?"
Yeah.
So rebranding to Embercat was a lot cleaner. And when you look at these heavily competitive, like top tier Twitch people, usually it's one word. Usually it's like people who know Summit 1G, they call him Summit. You have Shroud, simple name. You have Ludwig, you have Ninja. Like the names are extremely simplistic because then it's easier for people to remember. Oh, I just shook hands with this person. So if you are attached to the name, that is perfectly fine. It can still be worked, but you're just gonna have a little bit of a harder time with people kind of remembering it and kind of,
Right.
Oh, I'm just trying to get. Usually, I don't know if you're gonna plan on going to conventions or if you're planning on kind of
Probably. Yeah.
Probably. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have that confusion a lot. Having business cards, always a good idea.
Okay.
But your socials with that, if you can do the same name, like you're gonna want to. So same name for everything. If not, one of the best things that you can do is just add TV. Don't add TTV because if you start branching into YouTube or other platforms and you're stuck with TTV, then just put TV.
Right.
But usually 9 times out of 10, adding just the TV after it tends to be an available name. The other thing you can do, there are websites. If you do want to change the name or find a way to kind of shorten it, you can, Is My Name Taken, I think is what the website's called.
You can't change it on Twitch, right? You're stuck with your. Because
It used to be that you could send in a ticket and change the name.
Yeah.
You might have been able to change the display name like a couple times, I think. But as far as I know, the definitive answer is don't bet on it. Usually starting over, even when I was at Mirameal, I asked to get the name changed and they were like, "Well, you're not really a Twitch partner. Not much we can do." And so I just ended up starting over and it actually went fine. People are like, "Oh no, I don't want to like start a new thing." It's actually easier a lot of times. So you have this like website, name check, where you can type in a name and then check if it's available on social medias, on websites, as domains, stuff like that. So you can utilize something like this. I did when I rebranded and I found one person with my name and was like, well, I'm going to overshadow them. So it doesn't really matter. If we Google your name, that's one of the things you want to like look at as well is your visibility as a brand. And it sometimes usually the more popular you get, the more the algorithm kind of it has heard about you, it knows you, you'll start showing up a little bit more. But instantly, like Stilthywitit, like this is stuff to kind of look at is what are you competing with on a advertisement level. So when I type in Embercat literally just Embercat into Google, I'm the first thing that pops up. And that was just checking through website checkers, going through YouTube actually is pretty good at getting your name onto Google search pretty quickly.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that is something to think about, is the searchability. And people remembering your name. Spelling is important. So looking at that, we have already gone over what you're going to try and do to get into ARC, and then kind of the sweet spot, and then your name on all socials. I do not do 90% of what is advertised or what is advised.
Yeah.
I am lazy. But I'm at this point more of a hobbyist than a business for.
Yeah, the more we talk about it, the more I'm like, I kind of just want to hit that go live button.
Yeah.
And go. Right. But obviously there's stuff you got to work on.
Well, it depends. If you are more business oriented, like I said, spending 100 hours to get paid for 20 is
it's not doing much, you know.
No. So. But if you do it as like 100% hobby, no matter what you get, it's a bonus. If you it's the sad truth of it is 1% of people doing content creation actually make it and make a living off of it. And they usually go with this route. They usually go with the, I've paid my dues, I've done the 100 hours, and then, but it's like 3 years, 4 years. If you look at people like Shroud, they've been over a decade. So it was easier 10 years ago to get seen than it is now, because every single kid on the planet wants to be a ninja. Like,
yeah.
So the barrier of entry has gone down, which meant everything else went, well, through the roof. Yeah. So if you just want to do hobby, that's perfectly fine. I would still suggest doing YouTube videos. If you just end up putting your VODs up, that's also a thing. You can download all of your videos from Twitch once you get the VOD enabled. Whether you have VODs enabled or not, Twitch will delete your VODs after like 30 or 60 days. So to keep that content, you got to put it on YouTube or just straight download it. Are you familiar with editing programs? Have you used any of the editing programs before? No?
Not really at all, no.
Okay.
That's going to be a new learning curve too. So
you can use, I don't recommend it, but you can use like YouTube's built-in editor. Yeah. The one that I particularly use is DaVinci Resolve. The free version is pretty much like Adobe Premiere. It's packed with just everything you need for editing. I made your short using DaVinci, and it's free. So there are some things that the studio version like does better, like AI voice tracking and like subtitles and stuff like that. So like if you don't get the studio version, which is I think like 200, or it's between like 200 and 400, I think, for the studio, but it's a one-time payment and you get it. So DaVinci Resolve, there's a few others out there as well that you can just look up free editing software, but DaVinci tends to have a lot of tutorials, and Adobe Premiere and DaVinci seem to be the two that have like the most tutorials online for editing software. There are videos that like are 20 minutes that you can work alongside with that will just teach you how to make a short really quick. And then every single time you want to make a short, you could just follow along with the 20-minute video.
Right.
So there is stuff like that that you can do. So learning how to edit is a big one. And then free software is usually the way to go. So making sure, if you look at someone, I hate using the name now because in the Twitch or content creating atmosphere is not really a good name, but what he did to get started was really well done, which is Pirate Software. He posted shorts every single day.
They would pop up on my YouTube daily.
It skyrocketed him in the course of like 2 months.
Yeah.
And so with doing shorts, that's one of the best ways to do advertisement. Put those shorts on TikTok. Just take the same short, throw it on Instagram, throw it on TikTok. So that's where you kind of get into more of the business side of it versus the hobby side of it, because you'll probably spend 6 hours a day streaming, 9 hours a day streaming, but then you're going to have to add that extra like 2 hours to do the editing, to add it, to upload it, stuff like that.
Right.
Do you have a schedule? Let's talk about that really quick.
Yeah, I just put Monday through Friday, 1 through 10 p.m., but that's probably going to switch. I just threw one up there, and I've been doing it the past 3 days. So.
In your dream world, what is your schedule?
I would like to stream around, I would say probably, there's days I'll game 12 hours.
Yeah.
Right. But ideally, probably around 6 to 8 would be ideal. And then obviously, with the way I am, I would definitely do some of those, right, 24-hour big ginormous streams, right, subathons, charity events too, because I'd like to get into the charity aspect of it too as well, donating money, which would be awesome. But ideally 6, right? But it could go to 8, and then some days 10, 12. But as far as a set stream schedule, I'm not 100% sure yet, but that would be ideal.
Okay. So 6 to 8 hours, that's actually decent in like you're actually in the longer side of streaming at that point. It used to be that people would stream for 12 to 16 hours, and now the meta is like 4.
Yeah.
So the shorter the streams, like it seems to be the meta of things, and it might just be because of the economy of the world and affecting streaming and stuff like that. So also with like lockdowns and stuff like that previously, people were able to stream a lot more. They got used to that. So 6 to 8 hours is good. Having a consistent schedule is one of the most important things with streaming. And so you want to find what days you're comfortable with, what days, if like, hi guys, I was not feeling well today, like, but I still got up. Like, you need to find those days in your weeks to be like, I'm gonna force myself to do this, and staying consistent.
I think that's one thing I could be good at, because even when I'm sick, I want a game. It's I could just hit the go live button and have chat here to support me through the sickness. So
you can also do like no mic. You could just do gameplay streams and talk with chat. Like there's a multitude of ways. Like you can also do like text to speech. I did a stream where I was hyper sick and I just did text to speech. So there are things that you can do that if you are not feeling well. But consistency is key. The analogy most people use is think of a TV show and what's up?
Oh, I was talking to chat.
Oh, no, it's
I was talking to your mom. Your mom was in my chat.
Oh, we have a shared chat right now, so. Yeah.
Good. I like it.
Yeah, I can see everyone. Normally when I do this, people understand like I'm not really going to be engaged with chat as much. I see everything, and if something does happen, then I'm like, hey, thank you in chat.
Yeah.
But like I run a vodcast for Bitcraft, and so people know like, okay, Kat's in professional mode, and we're gonna So yeah, she's always ignored. Yeah, exactly. See. So consistent schedule is going to be the most important part. Like I said, people equate it to TV shows. Think of your favorite TV show and when it went live and like when you could see it, because then it becomes a routine for people. It becomes, oh, it's Thursday at 6 p.m. Oh, I know that this is going to be on TV. That's the same thing you want with streaming.
Gotcha.
I'm also not great at that. So 90% of my advice I don't take.
Yeah.
Which I was like, hey, if I, really wanted to, I could take my own advice and like go more business, but the amount of work required for as little pay is not that great.
Right.
But yeah, consistent schedule. Treat yourself as a TV show. Make sure that if you say, hey guys, I'm gonna do this thing, like do it. Unless of course you something does happen, people understand life does come first. So if you get sick or something happens to the family, or if like tech issues or like internet goes down, just being transparent with people and being like, hey, sorry, we can't make it. Do you have a Discord?
I do, yes.
Okay. That is also highly important, is having a Discord. We are going to go here. We're going to pause this. Okay. We're looking at your page.
Yeah, let's check it out. Let's see what I got going on here.
You has nothing.
That's not looking too good to me right now, but
Okay.
that's why we're here.
That is exactly why we're here. You can be as simple or as complicated as you want in this section. There are people that go all out with putting their peripherals and like every single thing that they touch for the stream.
Oh, like PC build, breakdown,
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
You can do just images where it just says about me and then it has like a tiny bio and it's just an image instead of having the text. Like you can be as simple or as complicated as you want, but you need to have something there at all times. The stuff that is most suggested is actually having an about me. And so just be kind of brief about it. Don't do a life story, but say who you are, what you do, what you plan on doing, stuff like that. So about me, then why is it enter? There we go. So about me, you can put a schedule if you want. There are trackers that you can make that say, hey, you'll be live in like 10 hours or something like that. I don't use one because I can't keep a consistent schedule. So if you can't keep a consistent schedule, I suggest not having a tracker for your schedule, but you could have the schedule up there. The other thing, once you get into monetization, having like tip jar, stuff like that. A lot of people found them to be really cheesy and then now they're back.
I saw them on your channel.
Yeah.
On the bottom right, the little tip jar.
Just a little tip jar. It's usually not what people use. They usually do bits. They usually keep it on Twitch, but having it just in case, or having a coffee is really good. A Ko-fi, C-O or K-O hyphen K-I. Is that what it? No. K-O hyphen F-I. There we go. Where it's like a donating system. So
Gotcha.
you can do tips. One of the other things that is highly important is crediting. So if once you get like art done, or if you make something yourself, like having a credit on there to be like, hey, this is who it is. A lot of times if you do have VODs, they ask you to credit your music. So having like, oh, my channel is like usually uses this music, it saves you from getting in trouble a lot of times. So having credits. That's like really the like bread and butter of it, but then you want socials. You want to have just like a link. A lot of times Discord is the most important one to put down there.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that Discord is down there. Because also when you look at like this section, a lot of times for streamers, do I have, we'll just do mine because I was gonna borrow someone else's. So you can put your socials here. Most people don't tend to click it. They usually end up using the bottom. Even then, people tend to not click it. If it takes people more than 3 clicks to do something, they tend to not do it. So scrolling even counts as a click. So 3 movements of a mouse, people tend to not do. You can have a rules section. There's people that do and don't. That's up to you. But mostly it's going to be having your socials, having your Discord, having your credits to things, the about me schedule, and then like tip jar. Here with these things, your sub goals, your bit goals, goals achieved, stuff like that, perfectly fine to keep it. You can make incentives for people. You were talking about doing like 12-hour streams. You could put, hey, I'm looking to do like, say 20 subs. I'll do a 12-hour stream. Doing incentives for stuff like that tends to be a little bit better. And then you can also get a like tracker for your screen, either through Streamlabs or Stream Elements. And it'll tell people like, hey, I'm currently doing this incentive. Like if you want to join in, stuff like that to help monetize. I don't tend to do it because, again, I said I'm more of the hobbyist side of things. I don't tend to advertise stuff like that, but I do once a month a like subathon-ish, just as like a, hey guys, like this is just a once a month thing. But you can do that. Plenty of people do. Usually people tend to not have it if they're like bigger streamers. They just tend to have their webcam because they're making more than enough money. It also used to be that people would have the most cluttered like stream. People have alerts, people have like banners and stuff like that. It's highly minimalistic at this point. So the least amount of stuff that you can put on something, the better. So yeah, just having your webcam, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
We have, what alerts are you currently using?
Follow and subs.
Okay. What program?
And bits. Just straight off of the channel creator on Twitch.
Okay, so you're using Twitch's integrated.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. Once you get more custom with like I don't want to say like the nitty gritty, the higher end of streaming, you can get into like stream bots and get into more of the like fancy notifications.
Yeah.
But it requires coding. So, So Twitch, perfectly fine. You can work with Dell, and if you want to do something like that, I have mine as a little GIF of Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah.
You can put something small, as long as you're not using it as a mascot for yourself. Usually companies don't have a problem if you take something as like a quick like 10-second or like 2 seconds or something. But then also making sure, like I said, you're not using it as a mascot and it's on the screen like minimal time. But getting your own custom stuff tends to be better. So with alerts, do you have any plans for redeems, which are the little channel bits?
Oh, redeem points?
Yeah.
I know they come with the standard, like, highlight a message, change an emote. I'd love to brainstorm a couple things. I mean, I don't even know the possibilities of what you could do with the channel points, but another learning curve, but no ideas yet. No.
So redeems, I would say this is probably the most common incentive-based thing for your channel. You can do, I think they still do it where it's like a mass goal. So if you're like, oh, 20,000 bits and like multiple people can put in for it, I'll play this game for an hour. Stuff like that. You can also do like, I have alerts that have me saying random things from past streams that just pop up. People have GIFs that pop up sometimes. Some people have memes. I've seen someone who has a redeem that literally is like Skibbity Toilet that comes out of the bottom and then starts like doing its thing. You can do pretty much anything you really wanted with it. The only thing that I would say is it does set a tone for streams. So having alerts going constantly and having redeems going constantly, people tend to think is more chaotic, and depending on the noise of it, can look a little bit less professional. So it just depends on what you want to do. Most redeems, stuff like that, is like sound bites, images, posture check, so pose, and then like hydrate, stuff like that.
New outfits.
Let's do that.
There's like 8 new outfits.
So posture checks, hydrate, like stretch breaks, stuff like that. So you can do pretty much whatever you want with redeems. Sound boards, yeah. So doing channel points, you want to...
Sorry, shoot me with that.
I can hear your background.
It's a rescue class, shoot me.
That's great.
I'll turn up my gain a little bit.
It's all good.
So.
Oh, someone just redeemed one of mine, which is Ember Bork.
I'm not
and
mad.
It's
I just want to know.
Quote from Parks and Rec, I think. And so.
Oh, yeah, the TV show.
Yeah. Blah.
You see, this is my biggest issue, these viewer bots.
Okay.
With a small channel.
Yeah.
Banned a lot of them already.
The thing to get around that is putting it in follower only mode.
Gotcha.
You don't want to push like subscriber mode or anything like that, but having follower only mode tends to deter those types of things. It also used to deter a lot of like hate raids that used to happen on Twitch. People
hate raids
were a thing probably 5-10 years ago. That's where crazy. They would target people and get like Reddit people or like 4chan people to band together and like slur in people's chats.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah.
Do you see it anymore?
I haven't seen it too much. A lot of the people that I've seen do that have gone over to Kick.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, Kick tends to be the wild, wild west of like streaming culture at this point.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, it's not that great. So Twitch has done a decent moderation. It's still not great. You can also self-moderate. There is a system where you can ban certain words.
Right, right.
So if you notice some of these bots are using the same words over, and you can ban it.
Ah, I could just ban. Oof. I've seen that website come up. I could just ban stream boo.
Yeah.
And then those would not pop up anymore.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So moderation like that is also. But yeah, so redeems, it's good to have something for your community to do. Especially if you're playing action games, you're not tending to talk with chat too much because you're in the middle of combat. So giving chat something to do while you're busy is important. You can also look into stuff like Stream Avatar, which gives little avatars across the bottom of the screen that people can interact with. There's mini games like fishing mini game. There's like chat adventure games, stuff like that. There's a multitude of things that you can implement if you really want to. I'm usually more of like simple is more, but starting out is a different mindset than if you have like 100 to 500 viewers, because usually those 100 to 500 people are keeping themselves entertained.
Yeah.
But when you get under like 50, you as a streamer have to keep people entertained.
Right. That might be my favorite part though. Like when people jump in my chat and I'm playing, I'll be playing and
I've seen that.
Right. Yeah.
Ark seems to be an okay game for that, because there seems to be a little bit of like a downtime sometimes where you're like running to a next objective or sitting in a building. Like, it is okay. Bitcraft is completely just chatting. It's an idle game pretty much, and so keeping chat entertained is like 90% of that stream. So yeah, we've gone over to redeems. I'll add the self-moderation for chat.
I'm moving. I'm going.
Yeah. Also, with the culture change on Twitch, it is highly important to keep, well, how do I want to word this? XQC's chat is probably one of the memeiest, spammy chats on Twitch. So setting yourself up to start with like guidelines, like, hey guys, please don't spam emotes like constantly. If you want it, awesome, but setting the culture for your channel is highly important when you first start. That way people can kind of get used to it as they rotate. So if you're a person who doesn't cuss a lot, then telling people like, hey, I don't really cuss a lot. I prefer if you don't. You can have, like, I usually do PG-13 because it's friendlier for YouTube, because I do think of the marketing side of stuff a lot more. So if you are doing clips and stuff like that and you do swear in them, audio's fine, just don't have the text of it. And then because the text is what flags usually on YouTube. And so like I did with yours, I just put F and then star. And so people know what it is. But stuff like that, because you want to look at it, you want to look at it as marketing as well. And there's things, I'm pretty sure you've heard the term brand risk. So there are certain things that happen with like brand risk, and weirdly enough, cussing on YouTube is weirdly one of those brand risks, even though everyone does it. But it's because it's the market. The more that someone can market it, the more they tend to work with the person. So culture, highly important. Also, with that, in the realm of culture, setting up your Discord, what you do as the streamer kind of reflects what your community's most likely gonna be. So if you're chill, community tends to be chill. If you're hype, community tends to be hype. So think about like what kind of culture you want for that. Middle ground even is fine. Like,
something like that, a little bit memey, but also at the same time chill. Like at the right moments, not just full all the time memeing or full all the time crazy, moments here and there.
Steer away from cringe.
Absolutely.
So that's going to be heavily with moderation on Discords, stuff like that. If I don't recommend it, having a not safe for work channel in your Discords. There are people that have them and it's fine. I don't recommend it. Again, brand risk if you have a sponsor coming in and they see stuff. So keeping it, also you don't know if kids are going to ever join your Discord. Yes, Discord does do age verification now. There are ways to kind of circumvent that, but it's a button that you click yes. So that's in that realm of culture. There are people out there that don't care and are, I have like anime booba constantly like in my Discord.
I'm okay off that one. As far as the Discord goes, how would you brand it? Just literally your handle and then get your community in there?
So Yeah, we'll go
Well,
back.
that's obviously not it, but
We'll go back up to Discord. So you can do it as just your name. You can also do it as like if you have a community and you call them a certain thing. So I forget what Ludwig calls his chat, if it's just chat or something else. I thought he had like something as a different name. Again, using pirate software, he calls his chat goblins. Like something that for the community might be a different name. You don't have to do something like that, but you can. Usually if that's the case, naming the Discord after like what you name the community tends to be kind of what happens. I have my stuff outside of stream as the Hearth. So I'd say like welcome to the Hearth as like a location that my community is in. And so you can do stuff like that. It all depends on like what branding you want to go with, because for me, you can see I have like the embers and like the things and like fires everywhere. And so I tend to like lean into that a little bit more than some people who would just be like plain maybe geometry stuff in the background, like squares or circles, like nothing that's branded, but is very like, oh, I could have gotten this off the internet in 2 minutes.
right.
So, but yeah, that depends on what you want to do. For Discord branding itself,
Come here. Huh?
I just really want to get my nails. What up, cat?
hello,
Cat, hey, cat! What's up, cat?
hi.
That's funny.
So you can do your name or your community's name,
I think
either one. Discord can be set up literally however you want.
Are you sure?
You can do it as like very straightforward, just having the name of like the game. You could have like guides area. One of the things that is most definitely something that you want to put on there is like when you're streaming. So having a channel that says, actually let me
I sold the other one. Okay. And it was
get rid of that message.
I kind of want the backpack, but you can hold it.
Can I bring this over without it blocking everything else?
Okay. Nikki's like,
Yes. Anyway, so I'm pulling over my Discord. So having a stream notification channel is like one of the most important things. And so you don't want it to be an at everyone, because people will tend to leave your Discord if they're constantly getting pinged. So I recommend doing an opt-in role that people can be like, hey, I do want stream notifications. And so you can see here where it posts stream notification and then that I'm live. So stream notification, stream updates is also highly important. So people know what's going on. Having a calendar of some kind can usually go here. I highly suggest doing calendars. I'm going to try and work on calendar stuff soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the main ones. And then you can see general. I have for games that we play, like stuff like that. Keeping it short, sweet. I have a really long Discord. There's people that have really short Discords. So it just depends on what you want to be interacting with. Because most of the time you will probably be moderating it yourself. So,
yeah.
Was there an achievement to eat all the berries in this biome? Fuck.
Simple. And then short and sweet.
Why is not either?
Notifications. I spelled that completely wrong. Notifications and updates. So that's going to be your most important.
Yellow shroomberry? I'm gonna eat it.
If you do plan on doing YouTube stuff, you can post again a channel that has your
Don't
YouTube
eat the yellow ones.
stuff there.
Oh fuck, I'm tripping now.
Do you have moderators?
Oh, fuck, I'm
One.
tripping balls. I'm
One.
tripping
One who's dedicated, yeah.
Yellow? Uh-huh.
But
That's-
he's not even full time right now. We're playing games half the time, and he'll be on a second monitor. You know what I mean? So
That's fair. I usually, my rule of thumb is for every 20 people having one moderator. Unless the person's like really, really, really good. And that's only because like schedule changes, like if you're streaming and they can't like moderate, stuff like that. You have bigger end streamers that have thousands, and then they have like a whole mod team, which is usually like 5 to 10 moderators. So
yeah,
1,000 people in the chat and like 5 to 10 moderators, it can be rough. So as you grow, you can also figure out like, oh, my community tends to behave itself. I don't usually moderate all that much. I do have like 3 dedicated moderators, 2 that are primarily show up, and I've not had a problem. The biggest thing you can even do yourself. If you have your behind the scenes on Twitch, your panel, then you can just moderate yourself as well. It's a little harder playing action games because you're not going to be like able to, hey, I'm in the middle of combat, give me a second to ban you.
yeah. Because even over 20 people, if there's a lot of chatters, you know, mid game, action game, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Even with 20 people, 30 people.
So having
10 people talking would be still so.
So usually having one moderator per 20 to start out with. If you notice it getting like rough, after you hit like 2 or 3 moderators that you know are going to be around quite a bit, you might be able to be like, oh, well, I'm full on moderators. It just depends what kind of community. The first person shooter community tends to be very bro gamer, tends to be very rambunctious, tends to like, yeah. So being
toxic
in
sometimes,
being in that category can sometimes require more moderation. So approximately 1 per 20 viewers. That's moderators, and you said he's mainly playing with you, so he's constantly like on your schedule.
Yeah, pretty consistently, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and then also, could you add the just the name of the software for the what you use for the YouTube editing?
Yeah, I can do that really quick.
Because I'm gonna go over this and probably do a lot today. And then I think me and Dell are gonna brainstorm and get him a nice little check.
The blue mushroom berry.
So also, I did already. Oh, I saw you gone for a second. I was like, oh, did you leave? I did already pay her for $50 worth of stuff, so you have that up front to work on any of your display stuff. If you want your logos, like whatever she wants to give you for $50, then tends to be very generous. So.
Well, we'll help her out 100%.
So moderators 1 per 20, that's fine. Again, be careful with first person shooter genre, that tends to be toxic. So it's mostly fine. Discord, same thing. Be careful with moderating Discord. Having your moderator in your Discord as well as a moderator for Discord tends to work out. If you do start streaming like the 12, 24-hour streams, I suggest letting people know ahead of time, like, and hiring on like maybe another moderator so that they can cover the time zones.
Gotcha.
So, so we went over. I'm gonna slide that back over and bring up your window again. Wata! Here we go. Redeems pretty much anything you want. Self-moderation for chat. Can ban certain words.
Oh,
culture from the beginning. Discord, chat, social media. Okay. So you were gonna work with Dell. We'll get set up with alerts and stuff like that as well. Redeems, brainstorm. I wouldn't put too many of them. Again, you might get your stream flooded at that point with alerts and stuff like that. I limit mine to 10 minutes so people can't spam it. If you start doing YouTube VODs and stuff like that, it can get annoying to constantly have redeems going off. I do threaten people that if they constantly try and redeem stuff, I just turn them off.
Yeah.
So, I would say like 10-ish. And it just depends on like what you want to add as the redeems. So we were talking about marathon streaming and charity streaming. Is that something that you are like planning on already, or is it something that you're like, okay, in the future?
I'm thinking when I get a little bit more of a following, yeah.
Okay.
A little bit more.
What?
I would do something like that even with like 10, 15 viewers. I think.
So with marathon streaming, you can do it a multitude of ways. There are different streamers that do like the just sleeping on camera, stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
There's people that just put up like a screen that says sleeping and then they pause the timer, but it still has the, like the stream running. Something to note is if you do end up putting stuff on YouTube or multi-streaming on YouTube, it only lasts 12 hours. So any footage after that 12 hours is lost on YouTube.
Okay.
So 12 hours only on YouTube. I have not found a way to shut off YouTube without shutting off the entire stream, doing the multi-streaming. So there's probably a way to do it. I just don't tend to care enough.
Gotcha.
But yeah, 12 hours is what their VODs go to. Having incentives, you are not allowed to do drinking incentives. You're not allowed to get paid to drink, essentially. I don't know if you plan to drink on stream or what your thoughts on drinking.
Maybe a couple beers here and there, but I'm not going to do a blackout stream, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because drinking on Twitch is allowed. It's just, it's a gray, like I've seen people get banned and suspended for like 3 days because, oh, hey, thanks for that sub, cheers. And then they were like, oh, they got paid to drink. Yeah. So it's
I've
kind of,
some bad clips from drinking and streaming at the same time.
Yeah.
So probably, if I do, exactly, a little bit careful. Well, careful with it, yeah.
Yeah, careful. No drinking for money.
We drink for free.
We drink for free. Yeah. One of the things I personally, and this is part marathon, this is part just stream etiquette in general, I try my best to use like a regular glass to have stuff. So if you do decide to like, hey, I'm going to drink a beer, try put it in a different glass, because then preferably one that you can't see. No, so like a tankard, buy yourself a tankard. have the ale tankard. So stuff like that, you can put brands. Oh, you can't see it because the green screen. That's hilarious. This is a Sprite. Putting brands on stream, it depends.
What Angry Fist said. Sorry, I see chat a lot.
No, you're all good. So putting brands on stream, Yeah. I used to not care, and then as I started doing YouTube stuff, I've seen people get flagged on YouTube for brand placement. And so if I have like, say if Coke really wanted to, because I did not say that, like, I'm not sponsored by Coke, oh, this isn't a paid advertisement, like, they could hit me with, oh, you showed something that's a logo. And so being careful with that, and especially if you're drinking, having any bottles, any logos on stuff like that, try to be nonchalant.
Right.
So logos only really do stuff that you highly support, and do understand that you could get hit with like copyright if they really wanted to be an asshole. So possible copyright. Also, if you're doing sponsor streams like the marathon stuff, or if you do connect with actual sponsors, by law, you have to put either ad or sponsored. I think I spelled that wrong. I did.
And then I've seen before you go live, there
we go.
There's a button that says let your viewers know that this is a sponsored stream as well.
Yeah.
On Switch.
By law, you have to do that.
Just got to be very careful with that.
Yeah. A lot of times people will do like an hour sponsored, and that's fine as long as you have it for that hour, and then you can turn it off or like take the ad away from it. But like, I can't stress it enough. By law, you have to have one of these. You don't have to have both, but you have to have at least one. So doing stuff like that, have you worked with brands before, or is this like
Never.
brand new? Okay.
Brand new, yeah.
I
look forward to it, but
okay.
yeah,
Is that something, because that is a little bit more the business side of things, but it's not as businessy as spending 100 hours on something else. Sponsorships, or is that something like you're really trying to work towards? Like, is it something that if it happens, it happens?
If it happens, it happens. But yeah, essentially, I'd be working towards some sponsorships. Absolutely.
Okay. There are, I would say, 3 different types of sponsorship stuff that you can do. Twitch or Streamlabs or Stream Elements, I forget which one exactly it is, has a sponsorship-esque section, which is play this game for an hour and then you make money off of it. Usually it requires your chat to also play the game for like so many levels. I did one of those as a joke at one point because someone said they wanted to play solitary, and I was like, well, sure, I can play solitaire. Like, and it was a sponsor stream. Made absolutely no money from it. Made like $6, but it was just the joke of it. So that's one way to do sponsor stuff, is like the gameplay. Brand sponsorship. So like, say you want to, well, I'm wearing Lenovo stuff. I'm not sponsored by them anymore, but stuff like that, I ended up having to like talk to people at conventions. Usually that's like the way that you're going to do it, is like if you're in a group already, if you're a part of an organization and they have like sponsorships by Corsair as a whole. So like Red Bull tends to like sponsor esports teams, stuff like that. So if you get in with a group, you tend to have like stuff handed to you from that way. Right. But if you're not part of a group, not part of an organization, having to go in person and be like, hey, I would be interested. What is your requirement? You can also go to some websites and see if they have an affiliate program or a partner program or a sponsor program. Usually to get actual sponsored deal stuff, you have to have over 100 viewers. Usually that was like, I haven't tried in a while to reapply for stuff, but like I remember like as of like 7 years ago that having 100 viewers, because they want to know that they're going to get essentially their money's worth from it.
Right.
But yeah, you can easily hit up people. I tried forever to get sponsored by Arizona Iced Tea.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one.
I sent them email and was like, hey, would you mind sponsoring? And they were like, we have an affiliate program. And then it like, oh, here's like samples that you can get like once a month. And I was like, not necessarily what I'm looking for, but thanks. So people can do that. Gamer Fuel was a big one. You can get affiliate links. Oh, that's the third type of sponsorship, is affiliate links.
I used to love G Fuel. that was like the biggest sponsor for a long time, I feel like.
Yeah.
See it everywhere. Ads everywhere. Streamers have it everywhere.
Yeah. So
I do like like Logitech, and I know that's gotta be, you're not gonna get that sponsor easy.
sure. It's not easy, but you can work stuff out. Like sometimes if you look online, they'll do like hiring for advertising. So sometimes they'll do like help wanted, take a photo using the product and then let us actually put it out in the world. And so there's stuff that you can look at, like job advertisement, stuff like that can sometimes get you in the door, but those tend to be harder to come by.
Right.
But that is a way that you can do it, and just spam their social medias and be like, hey, anytime something pops up as a contest or something pops up as looking for something that is like affiliate stuff, like you can promote their stuff without being sponsored.
Yeah.
And so you'd be like, hey, I'm not sponsored, but I would like you guys to go do this thing. And then as people see you more, they can tend to be like, oh, he's bringing us people. Oh, let's see about cutting him a deal. So that's a way to do it as well.
Okay.
Affiliate links. I don't necessarily like affiliate links, but a lot of sponsorships do have affiliate links. So if you look at like HelloFresh, stuff like that, or Factor, which is meal stuff.
The meal prep, yeah.
Yeah. There are affiliate links with that where you get a kickback. That's technically considered sponsorship. It's you're getting something from it, and you can do that through Amazon. There's ways to do Amazon affiliates. So if you have a link to Amazon and someone clicks on it and they buy something while they have your link open, then you get kickback from it. So there are things that you can do that way. So those are mainly the three types of sponsorships. And again, by law, gotta put it in. You have to, even if you have a VOD of it, if you have uploaded it somewhere else, if it's in that time frame that you were sponsored, you have to put it. So if you did a short of some of the gameplay, you would have to put in the bottom that it was sponsored, stuff like that.
Right.
Usually in person, going to like TwitchCons, going to PAX, stuff like that. Usually, like I said, 100 viewers.
You want to grab you? Yeah.
Approximately 100, but that could change. They might like you personality wise and be like, yeah, let's help out. Also with that, it's not technically sponsorship, but affiliate programs and partner programs with games are a thing, and it can get you out there. It can get you recognized or stuff like that. Like companies tend to like put you on a team or put you as advertisement for streams, so you can look into doing stuff like that as well.
Yeah, because I've seen some big streamers playing some games, that are pretty far-fetched, obviously.
Yeah.
Paid sponsors, right?
Affiliate.
You know what? That way looks
I don't know if I'm using IE correctly, but
oh, I'm so hurt.
so game partners and affiliates, IE. I don't know if I'm using IE or if it's supposed to be EG in this case. Don't correct my grammar, chat.
An example, I think it's good.
Bitcraft partner. So I'm a Bitcraft partner. Means I have a little bit of behind the scenes with Bitcraft. I talk to the development team. They try their best to promote us. I'm part of their stream team, stuff like that. Getting involved with those tend to be the easiest way to kind of get your foot in the door. I don't know if they're still doing it. Destiny used to have a creator program. I know Warframe has a creator program. Actually, that's probably what I should... Creator programs. Sometimes they have requirements, sometimes they have NDAs, just depends. But that is a good way to get yourself in the door and look at games that say, I don't know if Arc has a creator program or not, but I know Once Human, I think, had a creator program. So stuff like that. Look for those. That's a good way to get your foot in the door. It tends to be low effort. It tends to be, I can just go live and have that. Stuff like that. That's like, okay, I don't really have to do extra. They might have like, you're required so many hours playing this game a week. So if you do variety, what's that?
I'm not gonna make that.
If you do variety, you might have to do like 10 hours of playing X game. For like Bitcraft,
No.
I personally am gonna play it constantly, so
Yeah.
The requirements met. So okay, cool.
I couldn't even get up.
Chat's looking it up. It's funny.
No, I'm not gonna make that.
So getting into that is huge. It also, we haven't touched on yet, and this will probably be one of the last nitty-gritty detail things. Networking. This word is like to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Networking is extremely important with Twitch.
I'm not gonna
I
make
noticed
any-
you don't do any raids. Are you familiar what a raid is?
Yeah, I tried to, and it wouldn't allow me
No
to.
fucking way.
I tried on 3 different streamers, and it was giving me an error pop up for it.
Do you remember what the error pop-up was?
Not exactly.
Okay. I might have to like look behind the scenes. We do that off camera to see if there's a setting, because we don't want to like accidentally dox you.
Right.
So if you know what rating is, awesome. That is highly important. Once you can get that working, we should get that working.
Yeah.
There are strategies to rating. As there is with everything Twitch related, there is a strategy for it. I think I already had it written down because I had my other notes. Oh, I did. Okay. I'm just going to copy this over, and then we will go through it. Okay, so networking. Make friends. That's one of the easiest ones, but also the hardest one. Just go into other people's channels as like, if you say are part of, you're sticking with Arc. We'll just stick with Arc. Go into channels that have around the same viewership as you. So maybe even punch up a little bit, but not too high. So something that has like 10 viewers. Don't ever advertise that you stream, but what you can do is kind of gradually get ingrained, and then, hey, you're live, and you might see some of those people trickle in.
Yeah. Because I definitely do know if they're also a small streamer and they get rated, they appreciate it a lot. Right. It's huge. It's huge. So
yeah. So doing that off stream is big. Being part of other people's communities is big. Sometimes they'll do Discords, join a Discord, and they might have a section in Discord that says promote yourself. So looking for stuff like that to get your name out there. Again, Twitch is so saturated with people, you're going to have to do everything else other than Twitch to get recognized.
Right.
So with rating, you're going to want to kind of... Okay. The best strategy for rating is to punch just a tiny bit above where you are. So if you have 10 people, go into the 15, 20. Because what you're trying to do, and it sucks to say, is you're trying to leech some of their community by doing that raid. You want the recognition, you want the, hey, I'm doing this thing for you, do something for me, do a shout out and stuff like that. So,
strategy.
Strategy. That is the dirty side of networking, is why you network as a streamer and how you network as a streamer. So doing a little bit above you is primarily what you'll want. You can raid below you, but the likelihood of you getting something from that is a lot lower.
Right.
As well as punching too far high, you are not going to get that recognition. If you go into like 1,000-person stream and you're raiding with 15 people, they're just going to be like, thanks for the raid. And like move on. Right. If even that.
Right. They might not even acknowledge it.
Yeah.
I've seen people, I saw somebody get rated. They had like 2,000-3,000 viewers, and they made a joke out of somebody rating them with like 3 viewers.
Yeah.
So it's,
You can
go
do it.
A little bit above.
Yeah. Just a little.
I don't think it's worth it though. It's not.
Yeah.
You never know. They could be like, oh, thank you so much. Even if they have 1,000 viewers,
This is where you do your research. Your off-stream research is finding those communities. Like you said, there was one person that got raided with those 3 people and they made fun of him. You're going to know that's their culture. And so there are other people that will appreciate the fact that, oh, hey, you're a small streamer, you're coming into like this large stream. They will give you a shout out of some kind, just be like, hey, so-and-so, thanks. But even just having your name called out is like good. Yeah. So a little bit above is like the sweet spot. Coming up with a clever raid tag is always really good. Or have a raid emote. We have a raid emote. It just is the Ember Cat with raid. And so doing stuff like that way people can just spam it really quick in the chat, drop it. Give yourself, I would say, 30 minutes. So if you know like you have to end stream and do something at 5 o'clock, end stream at like 4:30 and raid into someone and use the rest of that time to network. Because a lot of people can raid and run and you're not going to get much from that. Because with that raid, you are saying, hey, I'm also a streamer. Hey, like, I'm going to watch you. I'm going to be part of your community, but I'm also a streamer. That's your one time to get that free advertisement. To get your name. So by saying like, hey, how are you? How's your stream going? Like, engage with their community. It shows that you care more than just, oh, I got my shout out, I'm going to leave. So you can tend to get a lot more from them. I would suggest, again, doing research, figure out people, other communities that have the same vibe as you. Promote them as well. So like if you see them come into your chat, give them a shout out. That way they know to give you a shout out if they see you in chat. So like it's kind of scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of scenario. But yeah, rating, we'll have to figure out what's wrong with your raid thing.
I wonder if they had it disabled or...
You could have had it disabled. They could have had it disabled. I'm not sure. I've always had affiliate at least on Twitch. So, and I know they changed their affiliate program at one point where you could have affiliate but not have subs, but you could have subs and not have affiliate. And like the way that they changed their algorithm and stuff. So like they do shut off raids sometimes where you're like, oh, you have to be like Prime affiliate to access this feature. So we'll just go through your dashboard and figure that one out.
It gave me affiliate today too as well. I got the achievement actually. I don't know if before with the subs I was affiliate, but it actually gave me the able to do ads and more awesome. Permissions and stuff like that too. So.
Usually if you have the sub part of it, you had affiliate, because that's them saying like make us money.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, congrats on an affiliate. That's actually
pretty quick.
Yeah, that's pretty big. Getting anywhere else is a lot harder. So
the partner?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because partner program for Twitch is completely saturated, and a lot of old partners are under the threshold, but once you become a partner, you're always a partner.
Oh, so once you get it, you're there. Oh.
So if you qualify for it, they've been a little bit more strict, I guess, with their policies of being a partner, because the payout is higher.
Yeah.
And so Twitch loses more money having more partners. A lot of people think the partner program is, I made these checkboxes, I got the 75 viewers, I hit this so many hours, and it says apply. But you actually aren't automatically like, oh, you did the checklist, but the chance of you actually getting partnered is a lot lower. It's usually networking connections. They will go through past videos of you. So if you've been like, oh, 6 months ago, I only had like 1 viewer, and then suddenly you have 75, but like maybe another day you're at 20, like they'll go through that. They'll also see if you're brand risk, that like there's a huge amount that happens behind the scenes that people tend to not realize with the partner program. Usually the best way to do it is contact like connections with people. There are people that got partnered years and years ago that did not make the quota, but because they were friends with like Twitch staff, got partnered. So it sucks that that's the case, but I don't even try to like tell people to get partnered at this point. It's not really worth it unless you hit over like 1,000 viewers, which again is not. It's the ugly truth of streaming, unfortunately. So one of the also, if you were planning on kind of doing it a little bit as a business, the thing that you want to look at the most is your unique viewers on your dashboard. Looking at your average or your top is fine, but the people that clicked on you, the unique viewers, is like what really matters. So sometimes it'll say you have an average of 5 viewers, but your unique is like 80.
I thought it was just a medicinal root.
That means it's someone who's come to your channel while you were streaming. And when you look at that number, the more engagement with that number that you have, just remind yourself, those 80 people came to my stream. Okay, I have to figure out why I didn't keep them.
Yeah.
And so that's what you really, really want to like hone in on, like numbers wise. Yeah, it's cool to look at like, oh, I had like a max of 40 viewers today, like, but it doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things.
Them staying and actually becoming a part of the community are kind of a click and go.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah, trying to get people to stay. You can look at your dashboard and it'll show you like when chat was going off, when things were happening, and you can see like you have the data. Oh, I did this thing, 20 people left. Oh, I did this thing, 5 people stayed. And so you can kind of gauge what to do stream-wise off of that algorithm. There's also the feature of seeing when people are streaming. So if you know Shroud's going to be streaming and he's going to be in the top spot, maybe not stream when he's streaming. I know for a while there, people would not stream overnight. So like streaming and the dead shift actually got more viewers because you weren't competing. So this is all part of research the genre, research the game, research who and what their schedule is, and then slide in. But if you're a hobbyist, you can just be like, I'm live and not care.
Right. That's a little bit where I'm at.
Yeah.
Because like if I'm on the game, I'm gonna throw the stream up.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm on the games a lot. So
yeah, and that works. Oh, excuse me. Pick up burp. I'm inhaling as I'm talking.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, sometimes I'm like sitting there hiccuping for like 5 minutes. Okay, so we'll figure out your rating. We'll figure out research. if you want to do it, if you care about it, sure. If you don't care about it, just don't worry about it. So research optional.
Definitely look at some analytics, right? And yeah, I'll look around, you know, take notes from people, see what they're doing, right? I mean,
but yeah, that's go ahead.
probably not full blown 5 hours researching, you know, just try to you know, if it comes to that, maybe, but
These are just like the nitty gritty of like, hey, if you do certain things, you're gonna just kind of grow. Making sure the biggest thing is the networking. That's gonna be the biggest thing. YouTube. So the networking and YouTube. So that's going to be your biggest things to get. You can't get it organically off of Twitch too much anymore,
right.
just based on how saturated it is. The more that you can post shorts, the better it'll be. So, long form is still okay, but keep it to be like 15 minutes, because kids have no attention span nowadays.
Yeah.
And so shorts do really well in the algorithm. Things under 15 minutes do really well currently.
Under 15 seconds too.
Yeah.
You got to capture them immediately or they're gone.
Yep.
For short or TikToks or stuff like that.
But yeah. So based on that, do you have any questions so far of like things we've discussed, things that we possibly haven't discussed?
I think everything's pretty straightforward and clear for me.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna need help on the setup side.
Okay.
Right, like setting up the channels. Yeah, mostly setting up the channels, and then the tech side, right? Like adding in alerts, right? Customizing stuff. Even just the stream itself,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Because you know, audio sometimes is an issue, and
yeah. Well, what microphone do you use?
it's a Logitech. I don't even know the name of it. I've had it for so long. I think it just said Logi Stream microphone, and I have a Scarlett Solo mix amp. It's an XLR, so I was hoping, right, it would be crispy audio with no background noise up if I get my gain right and set it up correctly in OBS. It should be good.
Stream mic, you said? Let's see. How long ago did you say?
Oh, that I've had this?
Yeah.
I think I've had this mic for close to 3 years, yeah.
Okay. We'll need to see exactly like what you have mic-wise, because there are certain mics that, based on their placement and the way that they are set, do different features or like better quality. So like for this microphone, if I talked like this, it's not really the best. It's still, you can still hear it, but it's not the directional like singing-esque microphone. So figuring out the settings of your microphone. Are you a cone-based microphone? Are you 360-based microphone? I there is actual terminology for this. I just don't remember it right now.
I think it's fully 360 based. I just don't know. Is the talking point in the front better? Because I keep it like this on the side, but I don't know if it sounds better here.
You are actually a lot better. So you probably have a frontal cone.
I think so.
With your microphone.
That's big information because I've been like this.
Yeah. You just changing it that tiny bit has already changed. Like, it sounds more crisper, and it sounds like I can. What you're essentially doing is you are pointing your cone where you want things to hear. So if I have like my husband in the room and he's talking, I will point it at him.
Yeah.
So figuring out if that's the type of microphone. It sounds like that's the type of microphone you have because you are coming a bit clearer.
I think Prometheus is right in the chat too. I think it is the Blue Sona XLR mic.
Okay. Let me look at this really quick because it could just be your settings as well for stuff.
Oh, that's right.
Prometheus, not Prometheus. Sorry about that. I was thinking about that movie. It looks similar when you look at it quickly.
Okay, yeah. This is directional.
Okay. So I want the front.
You want the front of the microphone.
Gotcha. Okay. That'll probably help a lot.
Yeah, and it'll also help with gain and help with background noise, because if you have it to the side, it's probably bouncing off like your walls and hearing more ambient audio versus having it like here. But we'll go through all of your settings and get into gates and filters and all that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
So mainly audio, panels.
Yeah. And then the video was good yesterday on the stream.
Yeah, no, it was so running at 60 bitrate or 6,000 bitrate is going to be optimal for action-esque gameplay. That way it's not too high, it's not too low. You are going to get pixelation a tiny bit. More so, I think we need to update your camera.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking so too. I had a sneeze there, but it went away.
Do you know what camera you're currently using?
It was a cheap little like $40-$50 little Logitech. Yeah. And it's outdated too. I've had this for probably like 4 or 5 years.
Okay. So Logitech, the C90s are still kind of okay, and they are considered budget. The one that I have currently, I forget exactly how much it is, but getting a better webcam isn't just to see you cleaner. Is like when you saw the clip that I sent you, you pixelated, like the webcam pixelated. Yeah. I
noticed
so that was like your gameplay still kind of looked fine, but your webcam was what distorted. So like if you move quickly or you have the bright light, stuff like that, your web camera. This one, this is the Brio. I don't know how expensive it is currently.
You want to know what's so hilarious?
What's up?
I gave my brother-in-law a camera that I got, and it was a Logitech C90.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm about an Indian to give him and get it back.
Yeah, the C90s are actually still pretty good. So the one that I have right now is a 4K camera. This is a little pricey. It's putting it at like 200 right now. But having a 4K camera is kind of big. Just because like I can do all this and I'm not pixelated.
Right.
That's it. You can also filter background. I run green screen. I do like I do a background eraser and green screen. So if you have a NVIDIA graphics card, you can also do like a background eraser if you wanted to. Thanks. But your setup right now seems fine with what you have like going. Some people don't like the side profile. Some people want to see streamers straight on, but like you're gonna see your background, you're gonna see people walking, you're gonna see, so like you want to minimize like the most that you're gonna have like people interacting with stuff. But having it on the side for you is better because you have people that are living behind you. And so
I've been messing around with it. I can't find the perfect spot, but
what you have right now is fine.
Okay.
It is absolutely fine.
Okay.
If you wanted to upgrade to having a green screen, you could do that actually pretty easily in your current setup, because the wall that's right next to you, you could put a green screen on.
Oh, just right here.
Yeah, you could if you really wanted to.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea because I wouldn't need much. That's like 3 feet of green screen, probably.
The thing with green screen is lighting.
Yeah.
Lighting is highly important. Right now I just have my window like blinds open, and I'm actually like blown out. Like it's way too bright. I'm really pale, and if I do that, it's a little better on the white balance. But you can get studio lights, you can get soft boxes, stuff like that. But you'll need at least something with the green screen, unfortunately, because then you'll get like static if the lighting is off. You might actually see a little bit of static. Yeah, you can see static like here.
A little bit here and there. Yeah.
Yeah. So stuff like that. Just it doesn't look terrible, but at the same time, it doesn't look highly professional. I do like green screens, the look of green screens, because it's very minimalistic. But if you keep with just having a background, like full background, that's also fine. There's people that do both. Keeping your borders hyper simple is also really important. You can do graphical ones that do like animation stuff with it. You can, but I think it's highly distracting to a lot of like the gameplay and stuff like that.
I do have the red border, but just my little logo at the bottom.
Yeah.
Not too distracting where it's doing a bunch of stuff with lights around it, and
there are people that don't have borders at all. I think they're heathens. Gotta have something to keep you contained.
Right.
You can actually play around with doing like circles. You can do around different shapes. Like there's ways to like set up the filters and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So if you wanted to change it up, you can, but the typical is just having it in a box in like so. Yeah. And it also depends on what game you're playing. You might have to change it based on the UI. Yeah. So
I see a lot of people in shooter games use it to block their map just in case they're getting stream sniped, stuff like that. So.
Yeah. You can also put like your logo there if you have like, also for MMOs, I tend to put myself in front of the chat as like a guard. So things that you don't want everyone to kind of see.
Yeah. Just in case somebody says something crazy, right? Covering. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't trust the internet.
No, yeah. Little tricks to it.
But yeah, so if you want to cover your map, you can do it that way. But keeping stuff simple is better. There are people, I'm not a person who likes having chat on screen. People do have chat on screen. It's personal preference. It doesn't bother either which way. As long as it's not like constantly up, unless you're like doing a just chatting type thing. If you're doing gameplay, having something that's like pops up, goes away, pops up, goes away, that's fine. Or have it as like a tiny scroll somewhere. Some people prefer it. Some people want chat to be on the VODs. Some people don't want chat on the VODs. It's just whatever you want to do. So, yeah.
Got a lot of information.
Welcome to the nitty-gritty of streaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, these are your most important. Your music. Oh, we didn't discuss music. So music is the one thing that is going to get you your music is the most detrimental thing to your stream. It is something that could easily get your account removed. So
what do the red mushrooms do?
There's different ways that you can go about it. The most common one is finding no copyright.
Did he bite me?
No. Space. No copyright music. So I can give you what I'm using, which is
You for sure bit me this time. And then I healed. Oh, you have to 100% heal yourself?
Which is this. It's no copyright sounds on YouTube. They have massive playlist of stuff. There are a couple old songs that I have been flagged on only because they were songs that were uploaded on their channel like 10 years ago, but suddenly got big.
Right.
So I tried to keep with like stuff that isn't too old. That way I know it's part of the algorithm is still copyright free.
Yeah.
There are subscriptions you can get. Just do not do like a Spotify or like a random radio station. Those tend to hit you with DMC strikes like crazy. That is the biggest thing that can get your channel taken down. More than drinking on stream.
That's crazy.
Yeah. YouTube's worse than Twitch for copyright stuff. So if you do start putting VODs on YouTube, be hyper paranoid about stuff like that. YouTube does have an editing program that gives you free music. So you can use that. You'll notice sometimes the same music in a lot of YouTube videos and you'll be like, oh, hey, that person's using that song. They must use the editor. But you can find like license. Usually what I try to find is like no copyright sounds. All they say is give us credit. So finding something that just says, hey, give us credit that you're playing this is the best way to go. There's some out there like Monster Cat, which requires you to sign up with them and give them your information. And then essentially they can choose to drop you as a partner of theirs, like whenever, which sucks. Because I used to use Monster Cat until they changed into, hey, it's still copyright free. Like you're not going to get DMCA'd, but we could take you off this program and then go copyright strike you. And
that's
it's like,
not fair.
Yeah. So there are people on Twitch sometimes in the music section that sometimes say, hey, you can use our music. Again, I hate saying it, Pirate Software, Heartbound, you can find gaming companies that do have soundtracks. You can try and use their soundtracks as well. There's a lot of different ways but keeping it no copyright is like the biggest thing. If you do decide to use copyright, there's a way in OBS that you can change it that the audio will not be part of the VOD. And so you can change it and click a button that says this track is only live, but it's not part of the VOD. Because they won't copyright strike you while you're live. They do it if it's archived.
Through VODs, right? Archived, yeah. Okay.
So you can do it that way. You can also, if you have an oops situation, it's not the end of the world. I recently had an oops situation where I had 3 songs in the same stream, got flagged. I just went into YouTube, said, hey, mute what was distributed or what was flagged, just mute it. And so it just muted it and it was fine. It's when you're a repeat and they are like, oh, we hit you with this like 8 times in like a week. Okay. That's the problem. But you can I've had music playing this entire time and it's been fine. Find a playlist that you like. There are different types of playlists that sound really good quality, sound like full production stuff. So you can do that. Also with editing, once you get into editing, if you use sound effects, find a place that has a licensed sound effects. Because there are sometimes like if you do stock sounds of something that could come from a movie and now you're getting hit with a copyright because it was part of like actual production for a movie.
From Warner Bros. Or something.
Yeah.
And you're done so.
Yeah. So always read the fine print if you're going to put it on your stream.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that is the other thing. If I have gameplay, I don't tend to use sound. It tends to muddy. And then there are people that don't like music whatsoever because they want to play their own.
Right.
So, I do it if I know that there might be dead air or if I'm just talking with someone and there's not something else going on, then it keeps people like, oh, slightly more engaged. So, stuff like that. So, Do you have Dell's information on Discord?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not. But I did see earlier in chat she said she was running somewhere.
Yeah. So I will get you guys hooked up on Discord. That way you guys can start brainstorming and doing logo stuff. Do you have any ideas? I said concept stuff.
Oh, I got it all.
What are you because branding is highly important. What are you thinking?
Okay. It's a little dark, right? It's I feel like it suits me though, right? Because I played a lot of I think Dell will like it too, because she said she plays Tarkov. I kind of wanted to do sort of like a Grim Reaper logo, but with like night vision goggles, like a keyboard in hand, and then like, you know, I don't know if a gun in the logo is probably the move. Probably not.
Yeah, no.
So I was thinking something like that.
Okay.
But no gun. We'll take the gun out. So I was thinking just like Grim Reaper-ish with some night vision goggles on, kind of like
Splinter Cell.
kind of like hardcore, like hardcore shooters. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it fits my streams, right? I'm always playing shooters, so I was thinking it fits me a little bit. I mean, we could always brainstorm other stuff too, and get some insight and other ideas. But I have a pretty good idea of what I'm thinking.
Okay.
But yeah.
Colors? Are you sticking with red and black?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
I know one of the biggest complaints that people talk about sometimes with streamers and their branding is sometimes it's too loud and boisterous. So like you have Ninja who has like the bright blue. Yeah, it makes him stand out, but it's meant for little kids. The bright colors and like stuff like that. So also your color scheme and like your logo kind of dictates the type of people that you're going to get in your channel.
Right.
I don't see a immediate brand risk by doing something that's like a Grim Reaper. Because if you look at a lot of the like Counter-Strike stuff like that, Black Ops, they have like kind of the skull masks sometimes.
Yeah.
As like logos and stuff like that. But you are essentially saying that that's what you're stuck with forever.
Right. I could send it to you, and then we could talk about it a little bit. But I honestly think it'd be great branding.
Yeah. I tried to keep something completely generic that was just me, because I knew I jump around games and I jump around categories and stuff like that. So having it also as something that I could put on a t-shirt. I used to make pins. So something that was simple that didn't immediately go, oh, that person's in like a something. So
yeah. No, I don't think it's too bad.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty, like, even for kids, they'll probably be like, dang, that's pretty cool, you know? So
well, especially if you're in the shooter genre.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like it matches.
Yeah.
What I have in my mind matches, at least. So.
No, that sounds fine. I definitely wouldn't put a gun. Keep with the keyboard.
No,
that's
yeah,
fine.
I'll put the keyboard. We'll switch it.
If you wanted to, you could switch up like your logos. Like you can expand like essentially you have a logo wardrobe.
Yeah.
You could do something like that. There's people out there that change their logo like pretty often as like season stuff. Like they'll give themselves like a Halloween themed logo, stuff like that, Easter themed logo. It's a lot of work and a lot of money. Unless you're the person making the graphics, usually a lot of times.
Right.
But that is something, if you choose to do, you can. You want to look at thinking about business cards at that point too, if you're going to conventions, what logo you have. Simple is better, like I said. So if you have, think of it as if printing a t-shirt is the best way to do it. Keep with like 4 colors, like at most. Usually most logos are 2 colors, weirdly enough.
Right. I was thinking 2 colors, but the more I think about it, you know how in graffiti, if you use like white on the outside, or it brightens it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe just red and black and then some white accents to brighten up the logo and make it pop a little bit more.
No, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
So keeping it simple, that way if you do become big, it's less costly for you to make merch.
Right.
It's just thinking literally this is stuff that like as a streamer you're like, oh, I would have never thought.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if it got down the line and I was
Yeah.
and I had this logo and I was gonna make merch and I'm like, I don't want that day. I don't want to sell people that. You know, so
That's what you are, a business as a streamer. You are literally advertising yourself. So yeah, you can work with Dell. It definitely is going to put you in a box, and if you're fine being in that box, awesome, great. If you ever decide that you want to rebrand, it's going to be really hard. Stuff like that, I would be a little like, oh, but if you are like, I'm only going to be playing first person shooters, I only want to have this like dark aesthetic, fine. That is perfectly fine.
I don't think it's too dark either, what I have in mind. But yeah, I'm thought about it. I've been thinking about it for the past week, like even before before we started talking. Yeah, I think it'd be good for the future. What I was thinking of. So
But yeah,
You're in the quote
simple is better. I
Yeah.
can't stress that enough. Simple is better.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you can. That sounds fine. I can immediately, if I said the confidence of sponsorships, like business wise, you're probably on like the 60% scale. Like they don't see it as a brand risk, but they're probably not going to market it as like for kids, depending on like what the logo actually ends up as, because anything that's like skulls in general or dark in general, people tend to be like, should we? Even my logo, I had a company that asked me to change it.
What?
It was just the black and red flame, and they were like, no, it's a little too like dark. Can you like change it that it's like an orange logo? Is it because they wanted something that was more like vibrant and out there for them? And I was like, no, I'm not changing it. And I don't think we can work together at that point. But they wanted me to be bubbly personality wise as well. And I'm like, I can only do so much. Like, sorry.
So I wanted to ask your personal opinion. Do you think the red and black with that would be a good idea? Or do you think I should switch the color scheme?
I honestly, it depends on how much you use of what. If you are leaning heavily on red, or if you're leaning heavily on black, or if you like add the white detail, that depends. You could do 50-50. That would be fine. Like mine, I would say is probably more towards using black as my base, and then orange is my accent. So it depends on if you want to use your red as your base and then the black as the accent. I tend to find the darker color being base better, and then the brighter color, because like you said with graffiti, it stands out. But it just depends like what it will look like when it's done. And also like when you look at banners for stuff, I'm gonna try and find so like Lyric is a good example. It's super simple and it's 2 colors. I think he still has, oh, he took a lot of his stuff down. He used to have like the cat logo a little bit more prominent, but he is black with an accent. And so you can do stuff like that, and that's fine. Using black as a base is fine. Does Shroud?
That's been his profile picture forever.
Yeah. So yeah, he's again black base color as.
You see, I like that kind of. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
I like that kind of. It's straight to the point right there with the links and
That
like
is
that. Simple.
It is
like
simple.
you're saying, simple's better. I like that. Just boxes, click it, you're there.
Yep. There are some people that go overboard, like I said.
Yeah, I don't want that there. Right.
If you have to scroll a lot.
Yeah.
But I am starting to notice a theme in the first-person shooter genre, as a lot of people do tend to use either black or gray as a base. Let's see. This person has a red logo. I don't know who they are.
Oh my god, this branch.
And this is a little out there.
That's a little dark, right? Like,
I mean, just it looks
looks like some Dark Souls stuff. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
it looks also a little chaotic, just the design.
Yeah.
But no, that color is fine. It's the opposite. It's using red as the base, and then your black and gray and your white as the highlight. So we've
Right.
seen both sides at this point too.
Yeah.
So, but it does seem that in the first-person shooter genre, people tend to not really care about having stuff as too dark. So, I think Cutie was. I'm trying to mute. Yeah. He's in between of like simple and not simple.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a middle ground there.
That he has some logo stuff. You also have to figure out if you want a mascot. If your Grim Reaper-esque is going to be a mascot, or if it's just going to be a logo. Like I have a mascot. I have the like Ember Cat as a thing.
Yeah.
So when you look at emotes and stuff like that, just directions of where you want your stream to go. Some people heavily rely on a mascot.
Yeah.
Some people just use themselves. So
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking of the logo even being, animated into some sub badges, stuff like it, like integrated into alerts and everything too.
you can do animations as alerts and stuff like that and emotes, but as a badge for the like subs itself, I don't think you can do animated.
Just static.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure because we just did my badges, they were static.
Yeah.
But also like your logo as the screen itself is static. But you can put animation on Discord if you are a Turbo user, I think. So you can put an animated logo on Discord. I think some social medias even do it, but I wouldn't heavily rely on it.
Yeah.
So.
And I was even thinking of, with the Stream Deck, I have like the Be Right Back screen, the starting soon screen, like an animated one of those. It could be the logo on the Be Right Back.
Yeah.
It could be the logo sipping a coffee or something, like I went to go get food, right? Something like that.
Having those screens, actually we didn't actually go into that. Black base, red accent. Well, we're gonna say red and white accent. We'll see how it looks. But that should be fine. I don't usually. Do you run a starting now?
Yeah.
How long do you usually run that for?
5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'll just make sure everything's good, right? I got my coffee, I got my water, my desk is good, everything on OBS is good. Have nothing set up to it, no audio or anything. That would be where music came in, right?
Yeah.
Animated screen with some music would be cool. But I run it 5-10 minutes, and then once everything's good, I make sure I have my display ready, my game ready, and then right when I hit gameplay, it's ready to go.
Nice. Okay.
Faces there, game's on, ready to go.
Yeah, having the starting screen definitely needs music or just something. There are some people that will do like montages of themselves.
Yeah.
And so you could even have like highlights and then you are the audio for the starting soon, stuff like that too. But usually just like music is fine. I do suggest having a little bit of an animation on that starting screen.
Yeah.
to keep people, if it's just a blank screen, people tend to like go away, but like,
Right.
so,
Yeah, mine's just static, just a picture. The stream is starting. It's boring right now.
some animation, just not over the top.
Right.
There was another, XYZ Family was another streamer group that I was coaching for a while. They had like hyper animated like stuff where they'd have like characters like walking and like things that were flashing and moving, and I was like, okay, that's a little too much. Like having like just someone like slow motion sipping a coffee, fine. But if you're constantly trying to get people's attention, you're actually then burning them out when it's actually important.
Right.
So,
Right.
some animation, I just have the sparks, the fire, stuff like that. Simple. What other... So, be right back, you have. You can also do... leave the gameplay up and just put, like, be right back as, like, a tag. Depends if you... Some people like chair streams. Some people will joke about it. So if you just like have an empty chair.
Oh yeah.
So it depends. Like I don't personally have a be right back like screen. I just put, hey, I'll be right back, or I drop my camera and just leave the gameplay.
Gotcha.
So if you want to do a be right back, perfectly fine. I also don't do an ending screen, but you can do an outro.
I don't have one. I think I actually have a template for one. I don't use it.
Okay.
Actually, I'd rather talk to the chatters and then just end it right there, rather than like the stream is over.
Yeah, some people will do outro to go into like raid, because the raid will take like a minute to get people like in it. And so then this bar is like ticking down. They'll use that as like their outro. They'll go to like an outro screen and then the raid will start. I personally talk up until the last time I hit stop streaming. So, doing a raid also, something to be aware of is even if you do a raid, raid doesn't equal off. And by that I mean, if you haven't, okay, so your community's raided somewhere else, but you haven't hit stop streaming, you say something inappropriate, you get up, do something thinking that you raided, oh, I must be offline. That's not the case. You are still online until you put stop streaming. Mainly that's important for YouTube more than it is for Twitch, because I think Twitch already has the integration that if you raid into someone, it shuts off your stream. But yeah, raiding does not mean offline. I have seen people get in trouble for like one person in particular, I'm not going to say the name of them, got suspended because they thought they raided into someone, they were done streaming, and they took their bra off.
Oh gosh, I think I know what you're talking about. But yeah, I have it first button on the stream deck here.
You can open the door, Mick.
Definitely 100%.
Yeah. So these are optional. Having a start screen is mandatory in my opinion. Having that 5-minute range is usually the sweet spot. It allows people to see your notification that you're live and then get into your channel. Doing more than 5 minutes, I've noticed people will drop off. So the first 5 minutes is crucial sometimes. There was a thing that was in my head that I completely forgot that we were...
My whole bar is mushroom sword.
It was actually important. Ads. That's what it is. We need to talk about ads because ads are mandatory. Unfortunately. After you hit affiliate status, Twitch requires you to play ads. There are 2 types of ads that you can do. Pre-roll, which will be once someone enters your chat, they will get the ad. Or they'll be like, that's funny. I'm talking about ads and I'm currently in the middle of an ad break.
Yeah. I keep seeing pre-roll off and it keeps resetting the timer on
Yeah.
the stream over here.
So I have mine as interval, and it's the most, like, it's the minimal I can do, which is, I think it's 3 minutes every hour. So every half hour, it does 1.5 minutes of ads.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, the statistics, and this was taken some time ago, but as far as I've seen, it still stands on the statistically and algorithms and stuff like that. Pre-roll ads, even though someone gets one ad, actually deters people from staying.
Right. Even just one.
Even just one. So using the
biome is
brain is fried. The intermittent ads, like, so the minimum that you can get, it's 3 minutes an hour. Like I said, I think it's every half hour it does 1.5 minutes. That's actually better than having someone come into your channel, immediately get hit with an ad. They're probably going to click off to someone else. That first 3 seconds of them being in your stream, it's the first impression rule. Pre-roll for ads is that.
Pre-roll.
Hit the vine of the tree, snap.
So disable it.
So when we look at, I'm actually gonna have to monetization ads. The very top, it says ads, ads manager, and then there's ads automatically scheduled. If you toggle that, it'll set up whatever you put your ads, ad minutes per hour at. So mine is set for 3 minutes, which is considered high, but it's the minimum requirement.
Right.
So
how did I live?
Pre-roll ads for incoming viewers is fully disabled. So, because you can do both.
Okay.
That's what, also, like, pre-rolled ads, disable pre-roll ads when I run ads.
And then the ad delay, like when they get in, if they're new viewers, probably make it like 15 minutes before they get an ad, or like 20 minutes.
I actually do the opposite, though. I do it at, as soon as my stream starts, 1 minute goes by and then the ad starts, so that in that 5 minutes, while someone's waiting at the starting screen, that ad is rolling. So then when I go live in that 5 minutes, like right after the ad, I usually wait until the ad is done, and then it gives you a half hour of ad free at the start of your stream.
Okay. And then you don't want subs to have ads 100%, right?
Yeah. You will get Twitch Turbo. I have Twitch Turbo. You will get a kickback if someone does have Twitch Turbo. So if it essentially gives you the money that if you were running ads for them, you would get the same money from them.
Right.
So if someone has Turbo, it's not gonna like ruin anything for you.
Gotcha.
There are people that have run ads like every 10 minutes because that
I've seen that.
promotes people to sub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're smaller, though, that's probably not the move.
Well, even if you're bigger,
Yeah,
sometimes people are like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna sit through 5 minutes. Like YouTube doesn't actually have ads.
What?
Yeah.
So you can turn off the ads for YouTube, and that's what I end up doing is I tell people like, hey, during the ads, if you want to go over to the YouTube, it's running and it's side by side, so you can watch ad free there essentially. But yeah, so pre-roll ads are bad, and then you have to do 3 minutes every hour, and then I do mine 1.5 minutes every 30. So yeah, The advertisements, I hate the fact that you can't opt out of it, but it's unfortunate. Twitch has to get paid somehow.
Yeah.
Have you thought about subscription stuff? So like if someone subs, like have you given that any thought? Like usually I say like thank you for like the follow, welcome in. I usually say the same catchphrase over. But if someone subscribes, I usually just say, hey, thank you very much, like, and give them like the extra shout out for the fact that they did subscribe. Have you thought about like what you do for raids, what you do for subscriptions, what you do for follows?
As far as subs and follows, I just give them a genuine thank. Make it genuine.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'll even look at the camera, right? And, like actually show gratitude and like real appreciation, not like a oh thanks, appreciate you. You know, like a thank you so much. You know, it means the world to me. Thank you so much. You know, stuff like that. While I'm playing and stuff, and if I get a sub, I'll stop and actually right show them that they matter, and right that I appreciate them so much, and then you know that I feel like that kind of gives them the incentive to this guy.
Yeah, there
sees me and hears me, you know. So
there are people out there that don't really count followers as a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it seems douchey to not even acknowledge followers, but I can understand if you are like getting into the point where you're a big streamer and your followers are constantly going off, you can't address every single one. But if you're under 100 people,
100%.
like
I got the alerts on it.
Yeah.
I'm thanking everybody who follows until it keeps going and I can't see, like you said, can't keep up with it. But
okay, so nice. That is definitely for rating. Have you thought about doing anything special for that? Are you just like, hey, welcome in raiders? Like what?
Oh, as far as getting rated?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't thought about it, but I think, rather than like a set, what am I going to say? I like a genuine reaction. Appreciate the follow, Eagles. It means a lot to me, man. Thank you so much. You see?
See?
We had Eagles in here. He wanted to see what I would say. Or she wanted to see what I would say. But as far as getting rated, I probably react a little crazy,
Okay. There are different...
Like no way. Yeah.
So there are different boats to be in with that. If I get rated, I'm really nonchalant with it. There are people that will do sound effects like bah, 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 and like, hey, like thank you for the raid. Like they'll have like confetti or things that are going off or like display stuff. Like having that set up beforehand. I don't want to say it's like hyper important, but it's like you don't want to be sitting there suddenly get rated by someone who maybe has like 80 viewers and then suddenly you're like and
there's just nothing. Hey guys.
Yeah. So figure out what your fanfare is. If it's hype, chill, notifications, stuff like that. So keep that in mind. You can also do like screen changes. I've seen people do like screen changes that have like the raid. I think Ezekiel the Third had one for a while where it actually had his logo with a shield and like swords would like come out and like it looked like he was being like actually like raided.
Oh, that's clever.
So
that's
stuff like that, but I don't think most of the time I haven't seen many people do that within the last 5 years. That was usually an older, hey, I'm most engagement possible. Also doing shout outs. So Discord, one of these times I will get the name right. Twitch has its own shout out command, which is /shout out and then their name. you have to type it out, or you can just copy and paste what their name is from chat. I don't necessarily like it. Yeah. I do this one. I do Bang SO, which is shout out, and this is through Nightbot. Do you have any bots set up for your channel yet?
I do not. I do need help on bots as well.
Okay.
So yeah, that's another thing.
Bots. So this is Twitch default. Alright. So Nightbot tends to be a go-to. There's also StreamBot, but that's like complicated. You do have to like set it up and program it and stuff like that. Nightbot, super simple, rather easy to use. You have, oh wait, is this gonna, yeah, boop, boop, dashboard. I think I can show this. Yeah, I can at least show this screen. So Nightbot, you just add whatever command you want, and when you do exclamation point whatever you put in, it'll do that command. You can also set up stuff that happens like every so often. So like I have a hydrate every 30 minutes and Nightbot yells at you to hydrate. You can set stuff up like that to have timers and reminders. Don't use it overly much, especially if you notice your chat is dead.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times if someone sees Nightbot has typed and that half hour rolls around and it's another hydrate, half hour rolls around and it's another hydrate, and the new person comes in and all they see is the bot talking to itself, like
Yeah.
it's discouraging for a viewer. So make sure like if you do timed ones, either turn it off when chat is slow or put it at like an hour and then hope that someone within that hour has typed.
Yeah.
So this is nightbot.tv. That's one of the best ones. I set up a second Twitch account for my bot. It's catbotnik.
That's funny.
So having a separate bot account is actually useful, especially if you have stuff that ties in with commands. Yeah, Hrothgar came up with the name. So consider doing making a second Twitch account for your bot. Nightbot's going to be Nightbot. We can go through moderating and stuff like that because they will need permissions. It's usually pretty simple to just say, hey, /mod, and then the bot that you're trying to use, or I think /command something on YouTube. There's something, you can also get bots on YouTube, but I just haven't set any of those up yet. Let's... Okay. So that's bots. You can set up anything you want. Like you can set up mini games.
Is there any way you can take a break? I can't lift the washer into the girl car.
Okay. Kat, do you mind if I take 1 minute?
No, go ahead.
I gotta go load a washer into a car. I'll be fast.
No.
I'll try not
Take
to
your time. You're all
pull
good.
anything in my back.
Sorry, I said thank you. Thank you.
It's all good. Hi, chat. I can actually talk to you now. How is everyone doing? Has this been useful to other people? Let me know if you've taken your own notes of doing Twitch stuff. We've already been streaming for almost 3 hours. Taking breaks during streams. He is fired. No taking breaks during streams. Hi. If this has been like, this is like 3 hours that we've been talking about this, but that's like the nitty gritty of streaming. There's a lot to it, a lot to get set up. But yes, hello. How is everyone? Mom said she was feeling better, which is good. She was actually here today. Really cool listening to this. Nice. I like having it also as a VOD. I used to do obligatory was it obligatory chat? No, what was it called? Jack and I, Jack Lafear and I used to do a co-host, a like advice podcasty type thing. And we would talk about a lot of this. People would ask about streaming, how do I make it big streaming, stuff like that. So there's a lot. I'll be looking at this more later. I need to finish setting mine up. Nice. Hopefully it's been helpful for people. There's like
Sorry about that, cat.
You're all good. All good. I was just talking to chat about if this was helpful for them too. But yeah, I just realized we're almost at 3 hours, which I'm like, oh shit, I've kept you here a while. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's great. It's great information for me.
Yeah, it goes on and on and on and on and on. Like you're probably gonna spend like 20 hours setting all this up total, probably.
Yeah.
So you can do mini games through Nightbot. You can set up, like I said, the shout out stuff. So that's the one I tend to use the most. Is the one through Nightbot, because you can actually code it to say what game that they were playing, who they are, have their logo, instead of just doing the boring shout out.
Yeah. Is that the one you put in, or not you put in, but Hrothgar put in?
Yeah.
Where it's the emotes and everything, and it has the link to it. Yeah, that's nice.
If you want to use emotes, you have to subscribe Nightbot.
Oh, got you. Okay.
So emotes, sub Nightbot. Yeah. I like it, but at the same time, if it goes away, it goes away. I'm not like hyper tied to it, but it is nice to have the little like bouncing stuff, because then it brings people's attention.
It does, yeah.
To
yeah,
that.
it caught my eye when I saw it pop up. So
yeah, doing stuff like that for people, especially if they're doing raids, is really good and really important. Yeah. Bots, we can. Well, a lot of this is plug and play. So if you like look online, you can see like what's the command for whatever.
right.
I'll copy and paste the shout out command and give it to you, because that one I had to finagle a little bit because Google wasn't giving me the right thing. And then once you have the template, you can modify the template however.
Okay.
But there were a couple coding things that I was like, this isn't working. So I had to tweak stuff. So raids, figure out fanfare, figure out bots. If you are doing mini games, make sure that it's not something that is going to be spammy on screen. If it's spammy in chat, it tends to be fine. But if it's spamming on screen, then you might have people that are like, I don't really want to see that.
Yeah.
The fishing one is actually pretty nice. People love it for some reason because they love to fish, and it pops up on your screen, them fishing. That's good. Stream avatars is good. There is Ravy. I'll have to watch the VOD. Sorry, yeah. We've covered a lot of stuff. Microscape is another one. Yeah. There are like mini games that your community can play. There's also, I think, some of the bigger streamers have like an adventure bot thing as well, which will like make people sign up in the chat, and like then it's like all over Twitch, and like it's kind of cool. There's stuff like that you can also do. But that's bells and whistles, not mandatory. So
the extra effort.
Yeah.
Better results.
It also depends on like what your community wants. The last thing, very, very, very last thing, because we're on the topic of chat, is going to be if you can convince people to chat. What I'm saying about that is your moderators, your friends, your family. Usually you don't want to completely dead chat as much as possible.
Yeah.
It does tend to happen. I do late night streams. Everyone has fallen asleep. Everyone's in lurk mode. Lurkers are love your lurkers. Lurkers are amazing. Don't call people out. So like if you do see them on the list and they haven't said something to you, don't call them out. It sometimes makes people feel bad if they're like, I don't necessarily want to talk right now, but then this person making me want to talk. Like, so keep lurkers as lurkers. But try and convince like a moderator to like, if you're having a conversation, try to have like a little bit of that conversation in chat just to keep chat rolling.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things when I look over and somebody said something.
Yeah. It tends to look bad when you have like the exact same person chatting the entire time. It's just like a wall. It's the same thing as like Nightbot, having a wall of just Nightbot. Right. But however, if you have someone who is asking the chat questions, so like the moderator, hey, what did you have for breakfast? And like chat can like chime in, and doing some questions like that, just being like, hey chat, how are you? It's not gonna get the response that you want. Yeah. Asking a specific question tends to be see, ask specific questions.
Back again.
So having a moderator to do it, having a friend to do it, someone who's just willing to, hey, I'm live right now, do you mind coming in, hanging out and chatting? I tried to do it for you the other night where I noticed that I was like, okay, I don't normally spam the chat with stuff, but I was like, let's help out. Let's like look like chat's going, having the conversation. Plus, if you're interacting with the conversation, someone might jump in, like stuff like that. It is also good to have people talk to themselves. So like keeping their own chat like entertained. It's very rare. That is very rare. It's usually like streamers that have like hundreds of viewers. If you're under 50, then you, like we said earlier, you're going to have to entertain them. But ask specific questions. Don't call out lurkers. That was another thing. Because you can get bots. You can get bots that will show you who is in your channel. I don't tend to recommend that. If I get curious, I can just pull up the chat and like look at who's in the chat, but that's very rare even. Don't stress on numbers until after stream. Because if you're stressing on numbers during stream, people can kind of tell sometimes, and you might come off as like a little desperate or a little annoyed or a little upset. Like, don't look at your numbers while you're streaming. So, because it's surprising how much it will affect mentality.
Yeah.
But yeah, save that for after. Put some time aside to go through your VODs. See what did well, what didn't do well. Look at the numbers, look at the analytics, stuff like that. But not on stream. There's been plenty of times when I first started streaming over a decade ago where someone would raid silently. So I'd suddenly jump up 80 viewers and I would panic.
Yeah.
And I would be like so nervous, and I was staring at the number. But if I hadn't looked at that number, everything would have been fine.
Right.
And so stuff like that can happen. So but yeah, this is a lot. I will send you this text file. If you do have questions on like what I wrote, I can like elaborate on some of this. I might even go through it before I send it to you and just kind of like explain a little bit more, because you this will be a VOD if you want to come back to it, but then at the same time, like, it's easier to just kind of look at the notes.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting here for 3 hours. So anything else that you have questions about?
I think that's a good platform to build off of.
Okay.
I really want to get into the customization of the channel and the appeal to it.
Okay.
I know that's just one part of it, and there's a 10-part series of it, but you know,
Yeah.
customization's big for me. I feel like getting people in, right? Because you click on my account and there's nothing there but a shitty logo. So
well, there is some appeal, weirdly enough, that some people like will just put like, yeah, I'm a streamer, and they have like thousands of people watching them, and it's like, but it's kind of the meme of like not caring, and like not caring is cool to some people.
right.
It's not the overall populace though, and you're trying to get the overall populace.
Right.
No, that's
but yeah.
all the YouTubers.
So you and Dell hook up, and then after that, and they get you all set up with panels and stuff, we can actually go over it super quickly, and I'll time myself so I'm not rambling for 3 hours.
Right.
But we can go over if something needs tweaked, or if you are comfortable with having something, like sometimes you need it to have everything there before you see, oh, maybe I shouldn't have had that.
Right.
So that's the next stage. And then
trial and error.
Yep. So panels are kind of finicky to set up. I stopped caring about my panels and what orientation they were, because it just does not. If you want them like in a certain order, like even if they are in a certain order, it's not in a certain order. Like it's you're playing Tetris with the panels, so
yeah,
that's gonna be trial and error. But yeah, I think that's it. I think we're like done now.
Been through a lot. It means a lot. I do appreciate your help again so much. I mean, I look forward to it. I'm excited.
That
I
is
want to build a community.
Yeah,
I want to build that community and
you
know, try to make something with what I love doing. So
that
just
is
got to kind of lock into the business side of it though.
Yeah. That is the 60%.
Yeah.
Now, if you do find that it is too much, there are like base minimums. What I gave you here is that 60% business side of things.
Yeah.
Because you can just, like you said earlier, go live and not care. And
yeah, but I'd rather have it look a lot more professional, and you know,
that was so funny.
Going live and not caring, I feel like can only get you so far unless you're the most entertaining person on the planet,
or the most boring.
Most boring too, right?
You didn't even know what it did. You're just like,
yeah.
But yeah, I'll take the notes, add details, and then I'll send it to you. And then Dell is currently back, so I can get you their information on Discord, and she can get you set up with stuff.
Awesome.
So
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'm excited for you. I love doing this stuff. Like, I love watching people succeed, and like, if I have the knowledge, why not share it? And like,
yeah.
So
we got to screenshot the channel now, and then a month from now, I feel like.
Yeah. Also, you can look at this is called Stream Tracker or Twitch Tracker.
Ooh, Twitch Tracker.
So you can see your overalls through this website as well. So it'll show you your analytics, like where you are, average, stuff like that. It's also a good place. If you go, I think this has something, but once you start streaming more information will pop up that'll say like common communities, common streams. And I think that's on Twitch's dashboard as well. So that can give you an insight on like who to raid. because you might not know that you actually have like 60% of the same community with someone.
Right.
I have the same community with Shocktor, which is another Bitcraft partner.
Yeah.
So like half the chat right now is also from his community. So
Oh, dang.
we are heavily integrated, and that's something that you'll want to figure out as well, because then you have a partner that you can either collab with, or if they're not streaming, they can send the viewers to you. Like that's stuff to keep in mind.
That's huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
All a part of networking.
All part of
That's
networking.
huge.
Once you get more friends and get more like comfortable with like raiding people and like how that's set up, I would say like raid into people that you've either watched a little bit of, researched a little bit of, or friends with, just to start, and then branch from there. Because like there's some times where I'm like, I've never seen this person before, I'm gonna raid into them. And then I'm like, oh, that was not a good idea.
You could watch before you raid, right? Maybe watch like 5 minutes gameplay and then be like, oh, I'm gonna raid this person.
You can do that. Also, I usually have like desktop audio off. And so if you look at OBS and it'll say desktop audio,
Right.
I will turn that off to watch the stream and listen to it for a little bit. That way the stream itself doesn't hear me watching this person to do the raids. I would suggest watching like 5-10 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes. But yeah, branching out, same genre is also important.
Yeah.
So if you're playing Arc Raiders, go into an Arc Raider, another Arc Raider streamer. I tend to like, this will be a good stream for me to raid into someone like random, because it's podcast. But if I was playing Bitcraft, I tried to stay in the Bitcraft category, unless I notice like the Bitcraft category is like dead, and then I'm like, oh, I haven't raided this friend in a long time, I'm gonna take this moment. But like if I see someone who's next in line with me and they have 20 viewers and I was sitting at 25 viewers, I go into them. And so oh shit, drops are important as well. If you decide to go variety in any means, follow drops. A lot of the higher end streamers follow where the drops go, because drops for games actually brings more people to watch the stuff, because they're mandatory to get drops.
So I looked at when you were scrolling through Arc Raiders, they all have drops in the title. Mine was Road to Affiliate, but I do have drops enabled for Arc. If people watch me, they do get drops.
Yeah.
So if I put that in there,
Yep. Drops bring people to the yard. So that is a good time. Like if you notice, say, another shooter that is doing drops, maybe for that week that they're doing drops, go into that, and you might actually get some traction there as well, as long as you stay within the same like atmosphere and the same genre of stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be the same game, thankfully, because a lot of people will watch multiple shooters. So like people watch Tarkov, will watch CSGO, will watch something else, and they stay within that bubble. So
100%.
yeah, following the drops, having that enabled, putting it in your title. Also, your titles, I have a specific method, and you'll find yours as you start streaming. I don't find clickbait to be very good, weirdly enough. People tend to not really care about titles too much from what I've seen. But having like information, so I use the up bracket, so I put Microscape at the end of this last one because I have that enabled on my channel. So you saw with like drops, people have drops put in. If you have like a particular game, I tend to put the game in my title as well, just for easy VOD. So yeah, just how you set up your title. I keep it mostly short, But if it starts to get long, eh.
Yeah.
But yeah, short, sweet, tell people what game it is, or like if it drops, or if you have something that's rolling. If you have a game that's being played, like stream avatars and stuff like that, you can put that in the title. I saw that you did use tags, so the tags are important as well. The less tags you have, the better though. So if you can consolidate to like the most important, like 4 or 5.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll spam on them. I'll put like 10 in there.
Yeah.
Probably tone it down a little bit.
It's not terrible, but at the same time, if someone's like, okay, well, who is this person if they have like 80 different tags? Like, okay, they're oh, sure. So I usually end up keeping it to like 5 or 6, depending. I have 4 on mine currently. That's just because I don't have anything else enabled.
Right.
Putting that I'm an English speaker changes the algorithm, weirdly enough. So if you don't have a language in your title, if someone filters language, you are like bypassed. But if you put English as like a tag, if someone clicks English only streams, you'll show up as English only.
Gotcha.
So it does filter a little bit.
Okay.
Is no tags bad too? Yes. I'm gonna say yes. Having absolutely no tags, because you are essentially, tags are like the first impression for something. So if you look here, English drops enabled, you see it on the main screen for everything. So you'll want at least something here so that it catches people's attention as to who or what you are. This is their first impression of you, is what your video screen like paused looks like, and your tags. So yeah. And with that, I think we are wrapped up. Do you want to do an outro? Let people know who you are, where they can find you, what you're going to be playing.
All right, cats chatters. Since I know it's all my friends in here on mine, I'm Stilthywitit. Do a lot of FPS gaming. A lot of funny moments. We're going to get some good clips. We're going to get some good VODs, and we're going to build the channel. If you want to be a part of it, I'd love to have you guys in there at any time. If you want to come ask me any questions, come chat. Jump in. I'll talk to you in chat. So I'm excited. Thank you guys. Appreciate it so much, Kat.
You're welcome. Are you going to be continuing streaming? Are you going to jump over, or?
I think I'm going to jump off, roll through these notes, and try to get as much done as I can, but I will be streaming as soon as I get everything figured out, probably in a couple of hours, yeah.
Okay. I was going to send people your way with a raid if you were continuing, but if not, I'm going to drop the SO. Make sure. I always want to copy and paste, because I will mess someone's name up and then SO someone else, and it's like, I didn't mean to. So
yeah.
Make sure to give him a follow and see what he's doing. Right now it's been Arc, so check it out if you enjoy shooters. Yeah, give him the follow. I would normally raid right into you if you were saying so.
Yeah.
Trying to make sure people know to follow.
I got some stuff to do.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys so much.
But yeah, I think that is, I'm actually going to be hopping off stream. I'm not feeling well still, so I'm like toast. I'm like, I started sweating, and I'm like, I think I have a fever going on right now. But yeah, I'm going to be hopping off stream as well. So do you have anyone currently on your list to raid?
Not yet. Let me go look through.
Be careful.
I'm gonna switch over to Arc Raiders though. Like the people playing Arc Raiders.
Yeah. So I will raid into. We can do a double raid if you're getting offline, or I can just raid ours into whoever you suggest.
I don't know. I see this nice looking gentleman here, Royale with Cheese TV. He's got 84 viewers. He's got drops on. He's high level in Arc Raiders. He's doing all quests. I think this guy might be a good guy to raid here.
Okay. Can you link me his channel in Discord, please? And I will go ahead and start that raid.
Send that to you. That's his tag there.
Nice. Sounds good.
Yeah, it says we are unable to raid tag at this time.
Is that the error you're getting?
Yeah.
It might be a setting, or I don't assume this person has raids off, but they might. Okay, we're gonna do this a little different.
Or if you want to pick somebody to raid too, try to do that.
Well, I'm gonna be trying to do this as promotion for you mainly.
What do I look like?
So this is going to be. I actually have to copy it. Did I spell that right? I don't know if I spelled that right. I did spell that right. Okay. So if people want to copy that, it'll be Ember and Stealthy Raid. And then, yeah, that way people know that it was a joint raid, and then we can check out, promote Stealthy as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where that setting would be to turn on raids.
Where is that setting? Under settings in stream,
I got a scout effigy.
there's a raids thing that says allow raids from channels that meet the following requirements.
I saw you inhale it.
Under your managed stream?
So the settings with the cog on the side, it'll then
Right.
say under that stream, and then at the very bottom there's something about raid settings.
I'm grabbing that one.
Stream.
I think the green is so cute.
So it says stream, channel, streamer, survey.
What color is
Yeah, I
your red?
see allow all raids.
Okay.
The dark blue.
That's weird that it's not letting you raid
Who
out.
needed-
What are you just using /raid and then their name?
I have those.
Oh, I'm hitting the
Oh,
on the creator dashboard. I'm using the the stream manager underneath. There is a or the creator dashboard.
Yeah.
I'm just using one of the little quick.
Oh.
It's like, yeah.
Okay.
Not the move.
Not the move.
Okay, got you.
very
You'll
good.
want to do /raid and then their full screen name in chat, and then it will start the raid for you.
Okay.
And then if that gives you an error, let me know, because then. But I'm going to start that raid. Raid.
I hear
Just
wind
into
coming.
chat.
Yeah, into your own chat,
Okay. /raid.
and then, so it'll look like that. And then just straight into your own personal chat.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm gonna start that raid.
Someone help me.
We are gonna go watch some Arc. Chat with this person,
Oh,
let him know what's going on. Remember to copy and paste the Ember and Stealthy Raid. That way
Do that.
they know.
I found antidote.
So his raid settings are off. It lets you know.
I'm not hungry. I'm hurt bad. I tried to.
See,
I
who
tried to
can we
grab the sign
find
and
here?
I
Let's find
fucking
somebody.
my raid's going through.
Very good, but
Is it?
I'm
Yeah.
passing out.
Interesting.
You feed this
But yeah,
candidate.
I'm gonna get kicked from here in just a second. So
All right, Kat. Thank you. I'll figure out the raid thing.
yeah,
I'm gonna figure out some stream stuff. Thank you, Kat.
I'll jump over to your chat if you're still live to figure out the raids thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stay live for a second. I might play a couple games. We'll see here.
Okay.
But all right, chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Do I just go watch them or is there a link? You can. I'll drop a link. So if people just want to jump over, they can jump over as well.
Okay. Awesome.
So yeah, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you, Kat. You too.
I will
We'll be in contact. All right.
Yeah, we will see what happens with your streaming career.
Yeah, hopefully good. I'm
Yep.
excited. Thank you guys. Appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye.